Okay. Do I have any computer experts in chat? Computer pros.
My house, bro.
You better than this.
Why are you coming to my house?
You understand what I'm saying? Talk about crimes.
Oh shit. The show.
What is this?
Don't do it, man. You're literally trying. Yo, you're committing a crime right now, bro. You're committing a crime right now. Look, you got a rapist. Oh shit. Look at this guy, bro. Come on in, man. Come on in, then.
You got a gun?
Come on in, bro.
I'm afraid of a gun, nigga.
Okay. Don't come in.
Kara.
So,
Kara. Yeah.
he's here.
Kara.
Don't do it, bro.
What's up?
Don't do it,
See, only
man.
a pussy nigga would
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I wish your
Don't come in here,
I
bro.
wish your motherfucker would come to my door.
Don't come. Don't.
I
Yeah.
wish a nigga would come to my door.
If you walk in, it's gonna be a problem.
That's right, record it, Fresh. So now we know.
Yep.
Now we know Myron Gaines a fucking bitch ass nigga.
We're doing a show, bro.
So step the fuck outside, you a pussy ass
All right.
nigga.
Come on in.
Who's running your fucking mouth, right?
Come on in, bro.
Of course you want me to come in.
Come on in.
Cause you's a fucking pussy snitch.
Okay, exactly.
You a police calling ass pussy ass snitch ass nigga.
So why you ain't coming in?
The world knows.
Don't do it,
The
man.
world knows.
Allende.
Yo,
Allende.
Alba, preach. You ain't
Yep.
gotta worry about the nigga.
Yep.
You ain't
You're
gotta worry
literally
about
trying. Yo, you're committing a crime right now, bro.
What? Look.
You're committing a crime right now, bro.
Look, you got a rapist talk about crimes.
Oh
You
shit.
got a rapist talk about crimes.
Look at this guy,
You
bro.
know what I'm saying? I wish a motherfucker would come to my door. I wish a motherfucker would come to my door. Maureen, you's a bitch and we all know.
Come on in, man. Come on in, bro.
Why
Ain't
you
nobody
never-
scared you. Come on in. It's gonna be the last time you live. Dude, come on.
I'm not shit talking either one, but does it remind you of like the two dogs barking when the fence is between them?
Come in right
Last
now.
time I lived.
Yep.
You
Come
got
in
my
right
life.
now, bro.
You
Come
got
in
my
right now.
life.
Come in right
You
now,
got my
bro.
life.
You coming right now. You threatening my life right now.
All y'all
You
see how
threatening
much
my
of a
life right
coward.
now.
Y'all see how much of a coward this motherfucker
Exactly.
is. He won't even
Exactly.
defend his home.
Exactly.
He won't even defend
You
his
ain't coming
home.
in though.
You're not
Are you?
inside.
Yo,
You
Myron.
ain't coming in, are you?
Yo, Myron.
You ain't coming in,
I
are
already
you?
came in several times.
Fuck outta here,
you
bro.
can't win this with your lying ass tongue.
Yeah,
You can't
exactly.
win this with your lying ass tongue.
You not even coming in because you already know.
Nigga.
You
You're not
doing this for the
defending his
internet,
home.
bro. You're a bum. You're doing this for the internet.
Ain't nobody said it was
Ain't
going on the
nobody said
internet.
nothing to you. I said
You the
no.
one that pushed you on the
It
internet.
is what it is.
You know
You're
what?
a loser, bro.
Hey, you know what?
We documented this for my protection.
I should put it on the internet.
Yeah, put it. Put
Hey,
it.
so you ain't safe in your hallway?
Put it on the internet.
You the one with a gun.
You're committing a
You the
crime.
one with a gun and you scared to come in your own hallway. Fresh, get away from this dude, bro. You better than this, man. Sorry, this
Now,
say something.
realistically, there's a lot of women in here.
Wide open. Y'all got niggas busting through this shit.
So we're gonna need to let us get up out of here.
Not it was you and you were recording a rapist. What are you talking about?
Oh, what? Oh, I don't know that. I'm sorry. Let me know.
Sorry, this
Give me. Can I go get the?
Chris, you better than this too, bro.
Give me the.
My brother on one.
Weak ass.
It's on this side, my love.
I'm this nigga, man. Yo, Chris. Chris, get from around this nigga, man. You better.
Good night.
Marvin,
Yo,
it's done.
hey, ain't nobody scared of you, bro. Ain't nobody scared of you. You just committed a crime. You talking shit, making accusations.
I just wanted to let you know, man.
No, you're a clout chaser, bro.
I'm
You're a
not
clout
chasing
chaser.
clout. I asked you to
You
fight
came
me.
to my house,
Nigga,
bro.
I asked you to fight
You
me.
came to
No,
my
no,
house,
no,
bro.
nigga. We talking about clout chasing.
You came to my
in
house.
public, bitch.
You're fucking. You're a loser, bro. You're a loser. You're a fucking bum ass loser with too much free time. Bum ass nigga. He showed up with his homeboy, bro. Like what?
That's crazy.
You want to walk downstairs or what's up?
I don't know what. I don't know the backstory. Okay. I have a 16 terabyte hard disk and I can feel the platter spinning and it's like unbalanced. Why? Is it a bad drive? Should I just replace it now? It's just the one that I used to record VODs on and they get uploaded to Google Drive, but there's no way that a normal drive should do that, right? How old is it? It's like 2 months old. It's a new drive. But I'm hearing like vibrations on my computer, so I open the case up. What do you mean by unbalanced? You either know or you don't. I don't know how to explain it to you. But like there's a feeling, like if you had an old CD player and you put, and the CD was like unbalanced, you could feel like a weird, like a weird spin. Like it feels like the platter is unbalanced. I don't know how that's possible inside of a hard disk drive. But it feels like when I touch the drive, if I put my finger on the top, it feels like there's something inside that's like it's unbalanced. Can you hear it or just feel it? I can hear it and feel it. Download Crystal Disk Info and check smart values. Would that really tell me anything? All right, I'll try that. Right. Are you hearing a click? Nope, no clicks. I don't know if drives click anymore. That's an old meme. But maybe they do. It's a new drive. I'm just curious if they do that now. I work with thousands of hard disk drives a week. That's normal. The disk is on. It will feel like it's wobbly if you hold it in your hand. Oh, okay. Maybe that's what they feel like then.
I guess. Thank you, Yasser. We are with Hans Niemann after an incredible victory with the black pieces against a fellow junior. Christopher Yu. Hans, first of all, let's address the elephant in the room. You've been under a lot of pressure. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, I think that this game is a message to everyone, and you know, this entire thing started with me saying chess speaks for itself, and I think that this game spoke for itself and showed the chess player that I am, and it also showed that I'm not going to back down, and I'm going to play my best chess here, regardless of the pressure that I'm under, and that's all I have to say about this game, and you know, chess speaks for itself, you know, that's all I can say.
Let's discuss the game a little bit.
That's it, but you know, you can leave it to interpretation, but thank you.
That's it. All you want to say.
That's all I'd like to say, yes. Because
okay,
it was such a beautiful game, I don't even need to describe it.
Thank you.
What? That's it? Okay. I actually had one question, if we're still in studio. I guess not.
No, I mean, Hans has disappeared, but...
I wanted to ask about the knight takes d5 moment.
I don't think he wanted to speak about the game.
Answer the knight takes d5
He
moment.
came into the studio and he said, we're not going to analyze the game. I just want to say something, and that was it.
Dong, you were forfeited. Here, we're a little bit more 5 minutes, 10 minutes, as you see Jennifer, you there. Boy, Chris is being very...
It's very thorough.
Very thorough.
Very thorough.
Only with... And that is an interesting scanner. I gotta ask him about it. Looks like it's got all kinds of impressive settings.
Yes, and we also can see now on our screens Hans Niemann. Everybody is checked carefully. But
Right.
what was interesting, the arbiter said yesterday during the technical meeting that no matter what, the time will start, yes, of the clock.
We will start at
Yes.
1, said Frank
Yes.
Guadalupe. Yes, our chief arbiter, Chris Bird, is
Queen
the
of
chief
England.
arbiter for the yes.
Time to drop YouTube. Yeah, that's kind of like what it's.
Arena is like, come on.
Jesus Christ.
Come on. Let's get going.
And you see there's somebody else being wanted in the back as...
Dong Fu. You were
So much money. It's sick.
Yeah.
The fact that they would kill his channel that is making them so much money.
Mm-hmm.
This is totally personal.
Yeah. And for those that are just joining too, I know there's probably a lot of other streams going on, but I did send a link to the Ladies in Simpcast too, if we're the ladies only stream, whatever. But yeah, Nick finds out in the middle of his I want to call it a newscast, but the stream, thank you, stream,
Yeah.
that, but yeah, you know, covering the whole Daryl Brooks pre-trial, middle of the stream, yoink. They're talking about last night with it being him, quote, doxing. We did have a tweet from Keffels saying that, you know, this is, you know, POV, this is what it looks like. So to kind of bring you up to speed as well here, I'm going to show you this because this was, oh shoot, this is how kind of it all started. Keffels, obviously a very big Twitch streamer. That's the thing, is she's not a big YouTuber, she's a big Twitch streamer.
She's not really a big Twitch streamer either.
You know, was putting out there about, you know, if any kids need help, come and contact me. She's in Canada, or at the time she was. So all of a sudden she gets doxxed because
Girl's name or
people
whatever.
are saying
This is so gross. This person is fucking disgusting. Big pro-dep YouTuber who instigated Gamergate-style harassment campaigns. By the way, fight against this framing so much. This Gamergate shit, it's like the internet's version of the Iraq war. Like, should we help Ukraine? No, that's like Iraq. What about Syria? No, that's like Iraq. There's some weird stuff going on right now in Azerbaijan. I don't know if you guys... That's like Iraq. Don't help. Like, it's like every single thing Iraq to you. That Dave Smith guy did that. It's all like Iraq. It's not all like Iraq. All of these situations are different, and they demand different... Like, they demand analysis, like real analysis. And it's the same thing with online shit, too. I've noticed this. I don't know who started this narrative that, like, you guys are like Gamergate. All of you are like Gamergate. Like, what do you mean you're like Gamergate? Like, anytime you've got problems with people online, it's Gamergate because people are saying stuff you don't like? It's so stupid. Taylor Lorenz might do a hit piece on you, and if you do, Taylor Lorenz might do a hit piece on you, and if she does, I hope you have reporters. And if she does, did you just stick a U in here to trigger the fuck out of me? She got exposed today for being born into an excessively rich family. Apparently, her sister works at CNN, and her parents are multi-billionaires. First of all, I don't think there's such thing as a multi-billionaire. I think once you're a billionaire, you're just a billionaire. Taylor Lorenz might actually be an even worse offender than Pox was born. Fabulous wealth of privilege. She has the family power to keep her past off the internet, even after it became known. She can actually get it removed from the internet. Oh, she has contacted, I think, Internet Archives and stuff as well to like get her Twitter history removed. Somebody actually messaged me a while ago and said that her uncle works for the Internet Archives. I don't know if that's true or not. Her uncle founded the archive. Oh, okay, gotcha. I don't know if I can look at this or if this counts as doxing. I'm like afraid now. I don't know who's... I kind of want to just play Factorio. The Angel Dreams girl, I think, who talked to us about land acknowledgements in Canada wants to chat about something. And then the Ruminate guy wants to chat about something. So I'm probably talking to these two people. I don't know what I can cover. Look at this. Channels are literally getting nuked left and right. The only way these people like on the left have like can fight is just by trying to nuke every channel out of existence. And they're... unfortunately and kind of sadly pretty successful at it. But unfortunately, I think a lot of the guys that are fighting these people don't have a lot of experience fighting these types of people. So they're just I like the Nick Rakita guy, kind of. He's interesting, but like he was just making insane statements. Like he was going way too far. I'm surprised he was able to skirt by on that up against the wall shit for as long as he did. Like, I was expecting his shit to get nuked way sooner than that. Yeah. But, I mean, it finally caught up to him, I guess. Wife catches her husband cheating. Oh, TikTok, so I know it's fake. All right, let's see what play we're watching today.
Hey. How are you? Hi. What's going on? Having dinner? What's going on? Having dinner.
Oh, actually, the audio is so dog shit, it might actually be real.
I'm a friend. Cool. It's crazy, right? A work friend? Or... Yes, I'm a friend. Okay, well, I'm his wife. So, what kind of friend are you?
We work together.
He is acting super guilty. If he's faking it, this is really well done.
You know our kids tonight? We were planning on having you over tonight.
I can barely hear it.
The Bel Air. 3 hours for the
Why do you need to stream this? Jesus. So why can't everybody just be open? See? Then you wouldn't have to worry about this, guys. See how easy it would be? It's your guys' fault. Y'all make things so complicated. Kevin's so afraid of me to actually not should be at TwitchCon. Yeah, well. Did you watch the Ab and Preach video? Not yet. I remember this. They were all 15-year-old, like, high school students. Gundams. Gundam. Okay, all people shit on Gundam Wing because it was it was like the first Gundam that they brought over that got translated and dubbed and everything on Toonami. I'm sorry, there are a lot of shit fucking Gundams in the main timeline. Okay, the idea that Gundam Wing was a standout dog shit fucking Gundam whatever, the whole fuck that shit. Okay, there were a lot of cringe fucking Gundams in the normal timeline. Okay, there were some good ones too, but G Gundam, no, not G Gundam. There was what's the one with like Amaru and like the new types and all that shit? I don't know what it's called, but there's like a main Gundam timeline, and Gundam Wing is like a alternative universe or alternate universe, AU, whatever.
Saying you can't do this. Are you kidding me? You're helping young kids, go through hormone replacement therapy, all of that. This is, y'all know the Young Turks and how they cover their stuff. Here you go.
Earlier this month, a transgender streamer by the name of Keffels was targeted by right-wingers. They doxed her. In fact, not only that, they swatted her, which means calling a fake report that there's dangerous things happening at a house, and then a SWAT team shows up, and she woke up with an assault weapon pointed to her face as a result of this. Now, less than 2 weeks after the incident, right-wing bigots found the hotel room where she's been staying, right-wing bigots, and they doxed the information about.
Okay. I am literally screaming into the wind here, and I don't know why. It's Kiwi farms are not like right wingers. I don't know where this idea comes from. Why? I don't know why they're called right wing. Like, they're not right wing. I don't know what that means. Like, it's a form of a bunch of people that harass people, dox people, do all that shit, but they're not like right wing. Like, they get like left wingers, right wingers. Like, it's just such a weird. It's like everybody I don't like is like a Trump supporter or something.
About the hotel room. But what's even more insane about this story is what they used to figure out which hotel she was staying at. So let's back up a little bit because I want to refresh.
What'd you say?
No. She's not going to explain why people went after her. Like, oh, the right-wingers are just crazy and go after random trans people for no reason.
I wonder if I should try to get on this show. I feel like it's too much. No, we're just going to talk to our people. We're just going to talk to our people. We're just going to do that. We're just going to do that. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Hello. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's up?
Awesome. Many things are up. What's up with you?
Well, it sounds like not as many things as what are up on your end. I'm just chilling, playing Factorio.
Cool. How was D&D?
It was okay. It was D&D. D&D is what D&D is.
Come for the politics.
Yeah, so Tombs of Scoria, is that the same thing?
Is Tombs of Scoria the same thing? Is that what you asked?
Yeah, is it a different game or is it like a partition of D&D?
Well, it's the name of our D&D campaign, so it is D&D. Oh, do you want to introduce yourself? Because people are...
Yeah, can I just make sure I've got all the visuals ironed out? I'm trying to turn on my camera. I put it on the virtual camera. Can you see me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
You can see me loudly.
Yeah, it's an expression, okay? I'm a musician. We describe things with sound, all right?
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now am I live on my YouTube channel to my potentially 0 to 1 viewers? Let's see. I just want to verify what I've got going on. Oh yeah, it looks like I'm live. It's just a chair for some reason. Okay, there I am. Okay, sweet. But you're not here. Let me show you in the pop-out. Oh man, I forgot that I have to set up my overlays and everything in order to make it go up. Okay, you gave me an excellent tutorial last time. Let's see. Actually, no, wait, I have my shit all here. I can probably do it real quick. I just have to mute myself so I don't hear my echo. Window capture. Destiny. Oh, wait, I want the pop out. I want the pop out. Oh, wait, there it is. Cool. Yay. An upgrade from last time.
Nice, I think. Close enough.
All right. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, I'm pretty hyper. Lots of exciting things have been happening today, including I saw a bear on my road as I was riding my bike home from work, and
wait, where do you
if
live
I was
again?
walking,
Are you Canadian?
Yeah, I'm in Canada. I'm like basically like not all the way like beside Alberta, but like more on the Alberta side of BC than the Vancouver side. So in like the Rocky Mountain range.
Okay, I know exactly what it is.
You do?
Absolutely not.
All right, so I there's this bear that's been like messing with our compost ever since I bought the compost thing. The bear has been toppling it over, but I've never seen the bear. But so there's a steep hill that I ride to get right close to my house. And I'm riding and I see this like massive, like it looks like a massive dog, but it's like walking the way a bear does, you know, like
Yeah.
that style. And I'm like, oh my God, it's the bear. So immediately I go to get my phone out to video it. And by the time I have the phone out, the bear went into the bushes and I couldn't figure out where it went. It disappeared completely. So, but that was pretty exciting, I gotta say. I'm happy I wasn't walking because then I would have been scared that the bear was gonna eat me.
Okay, wow. Well, that does sound pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen a bear since I moved here, so.
It's fair.
Okay, so I've got so many things to talk to you about.
Yeah, wait, introduce yourself. We didn't do that yet.
Oh yeah, sorry, I always forget this part. Okay. I am Angel. I guess,
Okay, you're gonna need a more specific name than that, kiddo. Okay, try again. Where can people find you? Who are you known as on YouTube?
Okay, yeah, I'm throwing it all there. Okay, so on
I can get
Instagram-
away with Destiny because I'm mega famous. All right, we need a more specific than just Angel from you. All right, go.
Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. See,
Okay.
one of my subscribers told me I should drop the 69 from my name because it was too sexual.
Okay. Yeah. Just a number.
So
but
I did that, but now I have the problem of crap. Hold on, I've got a couple problems. Now I have the problem because in order to get, so I changed my name to Angel_Dreams_ because I couldn't. There wasn't Angel_Dreams free, so I had to add an underscore at the end, or so
Okay.
I thought that was the best alternate version.
Gotcha.
But now it's fucked me over. Can we swear, or does that mean like somebody has to go in and change shit later?
No, you're good.
You're good? Okay. All right, I'm good, rather.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I have an underscore at the end of my name, which means people raid me, and then they raid the person who doesn't have an underscore who isn't live, and then I lose like a big raid, potential big. So that sucked. And then I go to people, like if I pop in someone's, no, rather, actually, well, popping in a chat as well, but also if I raid someone else and then I get a shout out, sometimes they don't do my shout out correctly because they can't remember the underscore. So I have now observed...
You're learning all about the importance of branding and picking a good name that's both memorable and unique and easy to spell, yeah?
And this is a psychological factor that I didn't realize. is if you have an underscore at the end, the brain doesn't add that in, right? Like if I had like underscore 4, the person's going to read underscore 4 and they're going to put that. But because it ends in an underscore, they just go, oh, Angel Dreams, that's all I see. And the underscore gets omitted from their brain.
Yeah.
So I have to change it again. But anyway, that's what my Instagram is right now. That's what my Twitch is. And my YouTube, I don't know. I don't have like a special link because I'm too small, right?
Okay.
So like, I don't know how people do that. They just have to go to my
You'll figure it out. I trust you. I think you can.
You can still go to dankbaby69.com if you want the whole shebang, but we're gonna
Dankbaby69.
Yes.
Listen,
we are departing from the extremely overtly sexual nature.
Okay.
And we are coming towards the
Listen, it's a cool number, okay? A lot of people big fans. It's all
You
good.
know what? I love the number personally, and
it's an important number for some people, yeah.
Exactly. And you know, it is what it is. It's a whole affair, a learning process.
Gotcha.
I don't have the date got moved to Monday, so I felt like I was in a rush before, but now I don't feel like it.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Yeah. Are you happy for me?
That your date got moved, or that you don't feel like you're in a rush?
The latter, or either, I guess.
Both for sure. Very happy. For
Oh
you.
man.
Very excited.
Okay. Oh shit, I have to turn this alert off because it's really loud in my ear and people are following me, which I really appreciate. Thank you for following me, but also, how do I turn it off? It looks like it is off, so why is
You might have to go to Streamlabs, the website, and turn it off. Good luck.
God damn it. Oh man, it's gonna be annoying as fuck. Okay, let me do this real quick. I haven't actually looked at this in a million years. Oh no, wait, I know, it's Stream Elements. That's what it is. Stream Elements. Everybody keep following me. It's awesome. Thank you so much. I love you. Streaming tools. My own place. You're not in a rush, right? Nobody's in a rush here? Are we in a rush? Is there a countdown?
No, I'm okay.
All right. Holy shit. Follow alert. Edit. Alert box. Okay, I'm turning it off. Whoa. Now there's like several going off at once.
Several alerts.
Okay, I don't know if it worked, but let's just hope it did. Am I too loud for you, or is everything fine?
You're pretty loud, but I manually turned you down. But you might want to do that in the future. Change that. You know that I'm live and all that, right?
I do know you're live, and it's chill that I'm obviously live on YouTube. Nobody's gonna get mad at me for doing that. Okay, cool.
Well, they might get mad at you, but you're not gonna get banned or anything.
Then I'll beat them down. In digital interfaces. Okay. Hello everyone. What's up, GGG? Welcome. Okay, let me open. I have a couple things to open here. I have the concepts that I want to talk to you about, and then I have my very rushed document that I threw together last night. Which is basically all the research that I've done in the last little period about some feminist shit. But
wow.
Okay. Yeah, but we don't have to get into that. Why do you keep freezing on my end? What the hell's going on here? Okay, you're here now. Listen.
Yep.
I'm 34.
You're doing it, dude. You're figuring it out.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for the encouragement. I needed it. Oh, yeah, okay. My Twitch suspensions, and then we could also talk about my /your, I don't know how much you want to talk about it, because I'm pretty sure you're still trying to be on there, but like...
Trying to be on there?
On Twitter.
Oh, yeah, I'm on there, dude.
You are? Okay. Because I had like 6 Twitter accounts. Some of them were very large, like, following.
How large are we talking here?
It was 174K on one.
Oh my gosh.
And then one... Well, and then I got hacked, and there's a video on my YouTube about what happened when I got hacked, which is an insane story, by the way. So that I lost my first account, which was 46 point something K in 2020. And then I fell back on my backup account, which then turned into the 174.8 or whatever K account. And then I had a 54K account as well.
Okay, we got it. You've had a lot of Twitter accounts. Good for you.
They all got banned in March. So,
How do you feel about... Okay, I'm sorry. Somebody linked
ahead.
your... Do you have any children?
Nope. Why was that?
Well, because somebody linked your Reddit account.
Oh my god, don't look at that.
Well, I did. And
Okay.
is it really fair for you to write MILF if you don't have any kids? Isn't that kind of like stolen valor?
It is a hotly debated topic. So it obviously depends on the rules of the subreddit.
Well, no, we're not
in
talking
ter-
about rules of the subreddit. We're just talking about ethics and morality right now.
Well, okay, I'll tell you something. The first time somebody called me a MILF after I became a sex worker, because I just became a sex worker when I was like 31 in 2020, right?
Okay.
I cried because I didn't want to face the fact that I was old.
Okay.
So I did not want to be a MILF. I don't want to be a MILF, in fact. I want to be a hot young thing.
Okay.
But apparently this is the only thing I'm allowed to be, is like an old thing or whatever, right?
Okay. That's impressive.
So-
You found a way to steal valor and victimize yourself at the same time. You're doing
Sure,
great.
if that's how you want to take it.
That's
Let's
just
do it that
nice
way.
job. All right. Okay, cool. I respect the
Right.
grind. All right.
Exactly. Damn, they found it that fast. Holy shit. I should be
Well,
more
you gave
careful.
us all of your socials. I would hope it'd be pretty easily findable, no? But okay, go ahead. Continue. What did you want to talk about today?
Well, okay, so yeah, I lost all my Twitter accounts, and so I just stay off Twitter. And interestingly, I find this kind of like coalesces into talking to you, and I watched your video with Lavloon,
Oh, yeah.
and we can talk more about her later, but
Mhm.
the end of the conversation basically amounted to her like interacting with Twitter people who is like, you know, who the non-binary people that she struggles with or whatever
Mhm.
was really just like Twitter people.
Mhm.
And so I feel like if I was still on Twitter, I would be
Miserable.
I would be made that, but I would also be made to act in a certain way on like, you know, when I say act, I mean like tweet in a certain way
Mhm.
that makes it like I would have to conform to, you know, if I was like, oh look, I talked to Destiny, here's the link. I feel like people would be in the comments being like, oh, now you're a Nazi or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's cool that I can just do whatever I want and nobody really gives a fuck unless you're on Twitter. I like that.
I mean, there are places where people give a fuck, but Twitter is definitely like a uniquely
Mhm.
dog shit
Twitter,
platform. Yeah.
yeah, it's the place that I would probably get the most, like, you know, people would think I was shitty, you know, like the people that I was building connections with and networking with would probably like unfollow me or block me or what the fuck ever. So yeah, I highly recommend like not being like, obviously you can be on Twitter and you can promote your shit or whatever it is that you want to do on Twitter or keep up with shit, but the mentalities that develop there and then like the hive mind style of thinking and the way that retweets and stuff works, you know, especially like if you look at like the whole Keffel situation, it's just like it's like the place where like humanity loses all its sense of cooperation and things accelerate so fast and go so radical for like really no reason, just because that's kind of like the way the system is set up.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. I
So,
mean,
yeah.
like you're locked to like a limited number of characters. It like it's highly incentivized to draw political people, and then yeah, it's the platform lends itself to dog shit intercourse. No, sorry.
I love that.
Discourse. I'm logging off. My bad.
I love that so much.
Yeah, that's,
yeah.
you know.
Okay. Right. So anyway, stay off Twitter / don't, whatever, I don't care, but I'm just glad I'm not on it. Like, I kind of, like, there was a period there where I was like, now I've lost, like, all my promotion, pretty much, because that was where I was biggest.
Mhm.
You know, those were my biggest accounts.
Did you already have Reddit
But-
accounts when you were on Twitter, or?
I did, but, like, I've left and come back to Reddit so many times that, like, you know, my followers are, like, really inactive, and I I'm not really very. I don't get like a whole lot of action there.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. There's more to say about other things to do with that later, but let's jump. Oh, yeah, the Twitch suspensions. So I started doing the pools category or hot tubs or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
I had done one stream when I had spoken to you previously, and then I started like making that my main focus because it was summer and I had just bought a pool, and I was like, this is gonna be great. The experience was interesting. I definitely thought it was gonna be like a lot more lucrative. If you're a smaller creator, like, because you hear about, and even when we talked about like the Twitch people that whether or not they should be making the type of content they are in the pools category.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you look at the big creators who are making like a shit ton of money and get like a lot of viewers, it's like, okay, I can see how you would think about some things to do with that. But there are so many smaller people that are just trying to make a fucking living. And,
yeah, this is true of almost all platforms. People will be like, I want to be a YouTuber that makes so much money. And it's like, no. Like, that's like saying playing basketball makes you so much money. Like, if you're in the NBA, yeah, but everybody else makes shit. And it's the same thing with, like, anything in entertainment, for sure, yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Anyway, so it's the first time it kind of made sense that I got suspended. I mean, I don't want to say that I don't think I did anything wrong, but I did get drunk, and it was just, if I was gonna get suspended at any time, it would have been that stream.
Okay.
My bikini was less covering than other bikinis could be.
Okay.
And yeah, so I got suspended. I was like, oh no, like everything's horrible. And then I was reinstated after that. And then the second time was really weird because I was doing a cosplay stream, and my cosplay was like, it was not like a sexy cosplay that's just like a tiny bikini and like a thong. It was like an actual cosplay that like covered my butt. And I was trying, because there's that rule where you're not supposed to do certain poses, because if you do sexual poses, that can be seen as a reason to suspend you. So I was trying to just do like neutral poses, and then since I was cosplaying a fighting game character, I was even doing like some like fighting game idle stance things. And then I got suspended from that, and that really pissed me off. So I think it's just like like people reporting me and being hateful, and I got so many like there's like creeper comments and
yeah, Twitch is really weird sometimes when it comes to like why people get banned for some things. Like, you'll see some streams and like somebody will get like dinged for like a cosplay and you're like, damn, that really got banned. And then you'll see other streams where it's like yoga streams with 7 different cameras up their asshole, and it's like this person is streaming for like weeks on end. It's very, 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 very weird. But
yeah, and I talked to this one streamer who I think is pretty cool. And she had just gotten suspended too, but she's partnered and she gets like way more viewers and stuff. And so she was like, well, if you're partnered, you're fine. And I was like, yeah, I'm not partnered. And she's like,
that's also absolutely not
for
true,
you.
But
hey?
It can help, but it's not 100% a guarantee. But yeah.
Right. All right. Well, that's all I have to say about that. Yeah. Cool. Next topic. Did you win at D&D?
Yeah, we always win at D&D.
Sick. Okay, Sneako's Pokemon take. Okay, so yeah, I just saw this last night. I don't remember which video it was on, but essentially the take where he's like, I guess you could just say like simp hating, or he wasn't even hating the simps, he was hating Pokemon.
Which one? What? I've heard so many takes from Sneeko and Pokemon and everything recently. Which one was this? Remind me. Refresh my memory.
So he was like, they all love her, but she doesn't love you. She's just sitting there and she's just making money off you. And I can't remember what else he said, but basically,
okay, basically with her having to do like her being fake, basically, right?
I guess. Yeah, I guess you could say that because like although she's literally just sitting there playing her game, making like jokes or whatever the fuck she does.
Sure.
I don't actually like know a ton of her content or anything, but so I find it an interesting, I guess, juxtaposition or maybe hypocritical statement because Sneeko's like out here like peddling conspiracy theories. And it's like, bro, how are you making your money? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying he doesn't do good content ever, and he doesn't talk about some good things that need attention drawn to them. But it just seems like it's kind of a strange take to have about somebody's content when you're literally saying like the queen eats babies or ate babies, whatever. And then also there's the larger conversation, which is they, you know, him or and whether he's like red pill or whatever he wants to call himself, where they think women should be feminine and girly and cute and fit into this box, but then when they use that feminine, girly, cute thing as their like career or like as to their own advantage or whatever, then it's like seen as this like super hateful, you know, succubus type thing. So
there is a really weird thing that was pointed out to me a long time ago. I don't know why this is the case or what is going on. I don't think it's like a consciously like hateful thing, but when I noticed it, it was very, very, very irritating. And there's this phenomenon where like porn will be okay, video game porn will be okay. Like if I were to go and watch somebody play a video game and there's a porn scene in the video game, that's fine. But like if a woman were to cosplay a pornographic character from the video game and stream that, all of a sudden there's a problem with that. I don't understand why. There's like a lot of weird views of like sex and sexuality and where they can appear and when it's acceptable and when it's like, and when people like freak the fuck out about it, that I don't fully understand. Because some people get really, really, really mad at like booby girls and stuff, which I actually think is super fucking fine. If you want to hate booby girls and shit, I think that's your God-given right to do so. But it's really weird to masturbate to porn, to go crazy over booby girls when they show up in almost any other area. But then when you meet a booby girl, then you get really fucking mad. I don't understand that. If you're like a Christian conservative and you don't like porn and all of that 100% of the time, then fine, go for it, hate away. But if you're somebody that like jerks off and loves like porn and all that shit all the time, but then when there's like a girl doing that type of content somewhere, you get really ass mad about it, I super don't get that. That's very fucking weird to me.
It's a very weird disconnect.
Yeah.
I don't know why it exists. It kind of relates a little bit to when we talked about last time, because you were saying you don't think the content on Twitch should be like, you know, porny or whatever at all because of the kids being there. And I said what I said, which was like my first example was like rap videos, you know, kids often see those and whatever. But then after we were done, like a couple days later or something, I thought to myself, like, wait a sec, like so many video games are marketed to kids and all female characters have their asses and tits out and they're wearing like skin tight like latex outfits.
Yeah, but it's like awesome for some reason. Yeah, I don't understand why.
Not only is it fine, it's it's the norm. It's like that's what they look like, whether it's a movie, video game. That's literally what they look like at all times. You never see them like wearing a big ass hoodie, or if you do, it's like very, very rare, right?
Yeah.
And you never see like older women.
Sorry.
Well.
Okay, hold on. Someone in YouTube chat says, repeating status quo talking points, no depth. No, the lack of depth is when you respond with some stupid shit like, oh, well, actually, it all depends on the context. Newsflash, if you've ever played a video game in your entire fucking life that has tits in it, it didn't need those tits for the game to work. There is not a single sex scene in any of the Witcher games that needed to be there for that plot to work that way. You are fucking brain dead. You have the surface level dipshit take. If you honest to God were playing The Witcher 3 and you're like, you know, that game was pretty good, but what really sent it over the edge was that scene where I could fuck Triss and see the fucking boobs come out, or the fucking white witch lady, or the whatever the fuck the black-haired bitch was who was inferior to Triss in every way. No, that's the surface level take. Shut the fuck up. You don't need tits in any video game. You have them there for one reason and one reason alone, and that's entertainment. It's the only reason they're there is because you like looking at boobs. And for you to pretend that it's anything different makes you the fucking delusional one, okay? All right.
Look who's no depth now, bitch.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
Yeah, skin tight outfits. Oh, and they're never older girls, right? You sometimes have older dudes, right? In video games, like old wizard guys or old like tough dudes with guns. When do you have like a hot, or like doesn't even have to be a hot old lady? It could be like a grizzled old fucking weird lady. I don't know. Like it's very fucking rare.
Well, that's kind of like, that also just goes along with like the dating norms, is that like men are considered attractive up to their 60s, almost 70s now. Although I will say that like women have been pushing more and more for better representation media. It's a lot better today than what it was even 10 or 15 years ago. It's gotten a lot better, I think. Where you're seeing more like older women. I say older women, but I mean like women in their 30s and 40s.
Women with like a single line on their face. It's
Sure,
like,
yeah,
oh my god. Yeah. And obviously women of color too. And variety of, you know, representations. Okay, so there was sort of like a secondary part to this Sneeko Pokemon thing I want to talk about.
Yeah, go for it.
Blah, blah,
Oh, you also
blah.
get like really weird on that thing too. And not to single out Sneeko because there's a lot of because a lot of people have these takes. Fans of women content creators, if they were to act in ways that fans of male content creators act, they would get called simps, even if they do the exact same thing. Like, I have a fan base. I have arguably one of the most dedicated fan bases, I think, on the internet. I think I have, like, the most active creator subreddit on the internet, even for people that have more fans than me. If I was a girl, all of my fans would be called simps. But instead, they're just called, like, terrorists or internet harassers or whatever. But if I was a girl and you saw my fans in, like, LSF arguing shit, they would all be called simp losers that are only there for my pussy. And I even noticed, actually, I even grow my own fan base because my own fan base is, like, 95% men. So, naturally, we got a ton of fucking incels. If I have a conversation with somebody that my fan base finds annoying for a long period of time, they're like, oh, I hate this guy. Sneeko never learns. Like, they're all very critical of the things that he says and the things that he does. Anytime I get, like, posts about Sneeko that are negative on my sub, it's all because of the things that he says and what he does. But when it's about like fucking Lav, or when it's about like any of these other girls that people don't like, it's just because like, oh, Destiny's simping, or it's because he's after pussy, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, well, if I treat a guy the same way that I treat a girl, you ascribe like completely and totally different intentions depending on who the person is. There's a lot of like really fucking annoying like double standards there when it comes to how people evaluate each other's behavior, but yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird because, like, obviously, if the people involved, like, say it's you and Lav, for example, if it is two, like, like people that could be attracted to each other, right? Like hetero or bi or whatever. Then it's like, okay, we know that there's the potential there for attraction, there's the potential for flirting, whatever. But to assume that it's like all based on that, it just kind of like discredits or like attempts to discredit the entire conversation. So I don't know. I think it's dumb.
I don't know.
Okay, so I go into the thing about preach here for some reason. Oh yeah, okay. Basically, let me just do the App and Preach thing real quick. So App and Preach, or what was it? Is that video which was like those women who were they all in their 20s? I feel like I remember.
Oh, it was it's the video where they were like talking about like dating preferences and stuff or something.
Yeah, like what kind of men, and they all like want like guys with really high incomes or whatever.
So I think some of those women must have just been like I know that everyone in chat thinks it's just like crazy fucking women, blah, blah, but I think some of those women were young and hadn't worked before. That's the only thing I can think of, because there's no way that anybody that had ever worked before would have been like, I want a guy with like an okay income. I'd say like $400K a year. There's no way that somebody that's worked a job before it would ever say something like that. I don't believe it. Like, I don't think it's because they were. Yeah, it wasn't because they were insanely fucking stupid women. It was because they were just people that hadn't worked, I think was the thing. Yeah. But,
or just like have no experience with people in the workplace, like and what like career trajectories look like.
Yeah. And I also think it's important to know, and I said this too, it's important to know what the status of these people are as well when they're making like certain demands. So like a girl saying something like, I want a guy that like is doing okay, that's like making 6 figures. That sounds like really privileged and entitled, but it's like, well, where are you pulling these girls from? Because if these like if you're pulling like 5 girls from like Columbia Law or some shit, or like, you know, if they're going to like some UC school and they're in fucking like decent programs, like, yeah, these guys are these girls are like top like 5% earning women probably, who are going to be looking for like top 1 to 5% earning men. Like that, it makes more sense as opposed to if you're pulling them out of like a state school in Iowa and they're saying stuff like that. Well, now it's a little bit more ridiculous, but it's kind of important to know the background. And it's an online internet show, so my guess is a lot of these girls are being pulled from like fucking LA or places like that. So it makes more sense depending on where the geography is. But
yeah. Agreed. Right. Okay. And then so at the end of that video, I think it was Ava who was like, said something like, times have changed. Women are out studying and out earning men. It's scary, or something to that effect. And then like hearing that, I was just like that is not that recent, right? So then I looked it up, which is like what I've got here on my little document. And it says, so I grabbed a paragraph from this one website, which says, by the early 1990s, the labor force participation rate of prime working age women, those between the ages of 25 and 54, reached just over 74% compared with roughly 93% for prime working age men. The share of women going into traditional fields of teaching, nursing, social work, and clerical work declined, and more women were becoming doctors, lawyers, managers, and professors. As women increased their education and joined industries and occupations formerly dominated by men, the gap in earnings between women and men began to close significantly. So that's like already the early 1990s, which is like 30 years ago, right?
True, but
So
that's a trend that like started then, but it's been continuing and going further and further and further, I think, right?
yeah, I just think it's a bit odd for, I can't imagine Abba's that much older than like mid 30s. So it's like his whole life, this started at basically when he was 0, and he's still trying to like catch up. I don't know.
Well, I think the issue is that we have pretty conservative dating standards still in terms of how we relate to each other, but we have a highly progressive society when it comes to income structure. This is what I was thinking of. There was like a perfect video that encapsulated this. I don't know if you're aware of this, but the biggest feminists in the world are oftentimes conservative women that are doing careers like in entertainment, like in like pundits or whatever. So like Tommy Lauren Southern, right? These people will talk about like traditional values, but it's like, you guys are hardcore feminists. You're strong, independent. You have your own careers. You're famous. You don't need no man, et cetera, et cetera. Like, you guys are like doing the feminist dream, whether you like it or not. You really are.
Yeah.
There was a video that Tommy Lauren put out that was really interesting, and basically, she was screaming like, I don't want none of these lazy fucking mans. All these fuck boys, these guys have no jobs. They're fucking losers. They haven't moved out yet. They don't have houses, blah, blah, blah. And she's like ranting on some social media, TikTok, or maybe it was fucking Vine. I don't know. This is several years ago. But yeah, she's ranting. And the only thing that I was thinking was like, on one end, I'm like, yeah, sure, I agree. Go off, queen. But then on the other hand, hold on. On the other hand, something that I thought up was, it's interesting that women have stepped into traditionally masculine positions when it comes to the workplace, as in they're pursuing careers and they're earning a lot of money, but men aren't allowed to step into traditionally feminine roles like taking care of the house. Like, if you went into the world as a man and you were like, I want to be somebody that just kind of like takes care of the house, maybe takes care of the kids, you're a fucking loser to like 90% of women. Like, you're going to be a fucking loser. Even if it's like
women.
Yes. Even if you're like even to like feminist women, most of them are going to look at you and it's like, you're kind of a fucking loser. Okay. But women used to do just that. And that was like the epitome. That's what you wanted. I want a really young, hot housewife that can have a kid or two and take care of the house. And that was like the apex of what a woman could be. So women have stepped in traditionally masculine roles, which I think is great. I love that. I think that's fine. But men aren't allowed to step into traditionally feminine roles, which I don't know if I would want them to, but the dating standards for women have been a lot slower to adjust than their workplace status. So while women are earning more and more and more, they're still also looking for men that are earning equal or out-earning them, which is getting more difficult when, like, if you go to colleges, it's like 60-40 now between women and men. And every time we have like a new fucking like pandemic or a new recession or whatever, the people that end up having to stay home and take care of the bills and shit are usually men. So they fall even further behind and shit. So yeah, that's basically, it's like queens are out there looking for their kings, but like, now the queens are becoming kings and they're looking for like mega super kings, and like the ex-kings are like now like paupers and shit, or knights, because they can't even fucking work as much anymore. So that's just like, I'm not saying that anybody's to blame there. It's just like complicating like dating standards that are hard for people to kind of catch up to.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. It kind of actually relates to like a point that I had a little later on, which is the whole concept of like the red pill people who think that society or the left has been feminizing men, because they think it's, and maybe it's not the exact same thing that you're talking about here, but I'm curious to hear what you think about like who is feminizing men and how are they, and is it just because like we're basically letting like we're letting guys know it's okay to cry, or is there something else going on that I don't know about?
I think progressives are absolutely feminizing men too much. I think yes. I think that there are aspects of masculinity that are absolutely fucking toxic. And I think it's really good that we've called those out and we've gotten rid of those standards. But I think there were aspects of masculinity that are incredibly positive, and it feels like we're really kind of scared to show those role models now, or we don't talk about it as much as we used to, or at least people on the left don't. And that's why if you're looking for like positive role models for masculinity, you've got like fucking Kermit the Frog, who almost OD'd on fucking benzos, Jordan Peterson, or you've got Ben Shapiro or I guess like the red pill community, like nobody in the left really wants to be a voice for young men, right? It's basically just a bunch of people saying like, oh, you're a man? Well, let me help you here. I'm going to tell you the 15 ways not to rape a woman and to make sure that you're giving space to like intersectional women of color who are trans. It's like, oh, fuck, dude. Like, why are there no more just male role models on the left? Like, why does it, you have to look to the right for it? Yeah, and I feel like they've mishandled a lot, like the idea of like, what does it mean to like be emotional as a guy or show emotion? It's strange because like in pop media before, I feel like there were really good examples of it in like Disney movies and shit, right? I feel like I've heard in like 15 different Disney movies, like it's not about not being afraid, son. It's about doing the right thing even when you're scared or whatever. Like shit like that. Like you hear these, and that's like an example of like positive masculinity. But it feels like we've scaled back a lot of that on the left of having any representation for men, and now everything is like girl power, girl power, girl power, which is fine, which is great. I think that's awesome. But it feels like people are really, really scared to address like this growing uneasy trend of men that either feel like they're getting left behind because they are, or they feel like they're getting left behind because there aren't very many new role models, and all the other people are like getting all these new role models and everything, and it just kind of feels like weird to get left out, you know?
Okay, so I hear what you're saying there. I don't think you're wrong per se, but like, how is a lack of representation meaning that you're feminizing them? Wouldn't feminizing them be like that they should like start doing more feminine-y things?
I shouldn't say feminizing, I guess, because that's actually got a really negative connotation to it. I should just say like making them weak and worthless.
Oh.
It feels like I'm generalizing so much from my perception of reality right now, so I could be wrong. This is just like perceptions that I have. Here is like one thing that I think has happened, and this probably applies to men and women. Children today seem to have very little tenacity. I feel like we stress is not always bad. You just have to have the tools to deal with it. And rather than empowering people to deal with stressful situations, it seems like our goal in life has been to remove all stress from a person's life, which is not good. And the way that I see people acting on social media, especially Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, and the way that I see kids acting in schools, dude, I just saw, I don't know if it was a fucking troll or not, but I just saw a trigger warning on a thread on Twitter earlier where some girl was like, trigger warning, and then people were like, she was like, trigger warning, and this girl's really hot. And people were like, why the fuck did you put a trigger warning on that? And she's like, well,
wait, the trigger warning was that the fact that she was hot?
No, the fact that she was Chinese.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she said, I put a trigger warning on because this person is Chinese. And her excuse was, can I explain the trigger warning to everyone, please? Some people with OCD and autism can be triggered by certain races, so that's why I added the trigger warning. I'm personally not bothered by Asian people, but some of my followers might be. Sorry if you might be offended. But just like, and I see stuff like this.
What was the thread about? What was the thread about?
It was initially it was just her retweeting somebody saying like, oh, you look like really hot. You're so gorgeous, but it was like trigger warning, East Asian, maybe Chinese.
That just sounds racist.
I know, but like it's just, and I'm not saying that that's necessarily representative, but yeah, like you see so much of this like weird shit pop up like over and over and over again, and then like all these videos from like all these different college campuses with these professors getting kicked off, hearing about like this crazy like progressive orthodoxy of like you have to believe this thing or else you're gonna get excised from campus, or I'm kind of veering off or whatever, but like it to pull it back, it feels like we have a very difficult time giving stress to children and having them learn how to deal with it, and we're removing their ability to deal with any stress in the real world. It's like a very scary thing. Yeah, I think.
So I think I'm hearing what you're saying, and I think what you're kind of like building here is you're saying rather than like guys being feminized per se, we're like removing things from them, potential parts of their character, and then we're also doing that to kids as we're raising them.
Yeah, I shouldn't say feminized.
Or like we're allowing them to be more weak or whatever.
Yeah, weaker. Yeah, less able to deal with like conflict, basically.
Yeah, less confident, and also maybe not relying on their natural instincts as much.
I don't know if I say natural instincts.
In terms of like guys, more so, like because you touched on the toxic masculinity thing. So do you think it's like maybe we're kind of like putting shame towards like what guys naturally?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Like, it's hard to balance it. It's hard. It's always hard for everybody to have balance. I wish people could have balance. But like in some cases, like you do want a really strong stoic figure to lead the way and to take charge and to figure out an issue and to be able to put like feelings and emotions and fear aside to like handle issues. But the problem is that the way that would play out in the past is guys would do that until they would go postal and murder their roommates and then go and shoot up a place because they've got PTSD and they can never talk to anybody, right? Which is obviously bad. But it feels like yeah, it feels like those like positive. I don't see those positive representations of male masculinity as much. Or I feel like people like demonize men so much. It's just kind of scary. But this is just my perception. Maybe it doesn't play out as much this way in the real world. And it's just what I see a lot on social media and in college.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I see it everywhere, does everybody see it everywhere? In which case, does the perception kind of make it true? Like, it's hard to say, but yeah.
No, I think you're right. Like there definitely is those online spheres, which then sort of trickle into real life, but they definitely like calcify online or whatever. So yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. And like I've definitely, you know, I've been in various stages of feminism. Like when I was a young gamer teenager, I used to like hate anything that sounded kind of feminist because for various reasons that were like toxic to myself and women. But and then so I went the other way and then I got more, you know, and then until I saw a lot more stuff that was like, oh, all men are stupid. And actually at this feminist conference that I went to when I was 21, I believe, there was an older feminist there and she was just like, we were just doing something very like chill at a table. I think we were like, maybe we had some like a clipboard with names on it that we were like checking off or something.
Yeah.
And every few moments she's like talking about like how useless men are and men are just like, you know. And so then I don't know. It's pretty weird. But like I think those people are the minority. I think they're just really loud online.
I would hope so, but like I could go onto Twitter right now and probably all night spam like fuck men, fuck white people, blah, 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 blah. I could do that over and over and over again. But if I type one tweet where I'm like, fuck black people, like my account might get permabanned. And that's like a pretty common like TOS experience in a lot of places because I think that like progressives have kind of created this interesting combination of like forms of analysis to give them the ability to kind of like attack anybody they don't like. Like white people saying fuck black people is bad because white people belong to an oppressor class and black people are an oppressed class. And if white people make fun of black people, that's a form of punching down, which is bad. But if black people are attacking white people because they're systemically disadvantaged, them attacking white people is actually a form of empowerment because they're punching up on a class that has more power over them. And like using these like forms of putting together like our hierarchical way of viewing society, you end up creating these environments where it's like, oh, cool, you can basically be infinitely racist towards white people or infinitely sexist towards men, and that's actually okay. You get a free pass for that. But if you do it the other way around, you get instantly fucking nuked, which is bad. Like one of the, I don't know how much you read Reddit. Do you read Reddit a lot?
No, I don't.
Oh, fuck. One of the worst subreddits and most hateful subreddits I've ever seen in my entire life, probably worse than fat person hate or anything, is probably the subreddit 2X It's actually...
Oh, yeah, I've seen some of that shit. But that's just
horrible.
like turf land, right?
No, that's not turf land. That's feminist land. It has nothing to do with turfs. Ironically enough, it's called 2X, but they like fight for trans representation on the subreddit, which is kind of funny in its own way.
Okay.
But yeah, no, like that subreddit is unimaginably hateful. Holy shit. But because it's like shitting on men constantly, and like you'll just get posts where it's like, does anybody else just like fucking hate men? Does anybody else hate all fucking men? Anybody see men? And it's like, I remember one popular post that was like, it's not enough to say not all men. It is all men. Because even though not all men are rapists, all men support the men that are rapists by saying hashtag not. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, yeah, I don't know. That shit
Okay,
as well.
so what do you think? I feel like there's a thing going on here where it's like, I can kind of understand, like, some of these people, whether it be black people or feminists or whatever, when they're saying these extreme statements, it's almost like I can see them just needing, like, a space to vent.
Yes.
Like, they need, like, a
safe space.
to, like, yeah, where they can yell stupid shit, like, I hate all men or whatever, or white people. And it's like, okay, that totally makes sense that you're feeling like that, and that you're totally free to express yourself. But I feel like, yeah, it shouldn't be in the same place.
It shouldn't be like a publicly accessible place.
Yeah.
Like, safe spaces are super valid and super cool. I super support them. I'm a huge supporter of safe spaces. Sometimes you want a place where you can just step in and fucking vent and not have to worry about being PC and not have to worry about offending somebody and not have to worry about somebody else's feeling. You just want to vent. That's totally fine and valid. But those can't be like publicly accessible spaces. That's why they're called safe spaces. They're like sectioned or quarantined off from society, and it's an area where just a certain group of people can complain about a certain group of other people.
Yeah, I wonder how that's gonna ever be a thing though, because as soon as you try to do that, they're gonna say that you're just like making them shut up or whatever, or move somewhere else. So.
Yeah, probably true. Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. Okay, I kind of so. Oh, I'm trying to see if this actually is what I think it is. Sneeko is super opposed to feminism, and there are so many guys out there that share these triggered reactions. Okay, well, you're kind of explaining a little bit to me why people might be so triggered, and I feel like so, and we'll get into this a little bit more in a bit, but since joining the Zerka Royale podcast,
Yeah.
I have come into a space where there's this, it's a conservative Twitch space that I didn't expect or like didn't know existed. And so I wrote this kind of referring to that, which is there's this group of women. It's not like a group, but there are several women that are in this space. And they are, I don't know if they would say they're like anti-feminist, but like they're against abortion oftentimes, or they're, they want to like nurture men rather than be upset at things about men. What's this here? Oh, yeah, okay, that was me asking about the emasculating men thing. Yeah, sorry, it's sort of stream of consciousness. What did I write here? What did you think they were referring to? Okay, we already touched that. All right. That's all I got for that.
Well, wait, what did you? You didn't say anything. What the fuck was the?
I'm sorry, we kind of jumped around. So, and then I'm trying to read my notes that were done in like a very specific order. Okay. So we might as well just go into the Zerka thing because I don't think there's really going to be much more left to say on Sneeko and Pokimane, right?
I mean,
do you agree, or do you have anything?
No, I don't think I have much to say about him.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Yeah. So that's been kind of interesting going into this little like conservative enclave, and I'm not even sure how small it is anymore. Because at first I was like, "Oh, it's just these people that are on this podcast."
I wouldn't. So this is something I kind of identified a long time ago, and it's kind of making a resurgence. I wouldn't call them conservatives. The way that I addressed them in the past is I would just call them like, I call it gamer bro politics, or maybe you can refer to it as anti-SJW politics. So like usually they won't be conservative, like they don't have like strong economic positions or support like Republicans or anything like that.
No, they do support Republicans, or like they hate Joe Biden and they love Trump.
Sure, but not because of like I don't like the social or economic policies of Joe Biden. It'll just be because like
well, no,
Trump
they're
is
not nearly that until
yeah, it'll just be because like Trump is based and because he shits on like feminists and like weak losers, right?
Yeah,
it's very much like a cultural thing, not like policies of like the government or fiscal policies or foreign policies. It's no shit like that, right? They're just basically like whatever.
Besides
like
the abortion thing, though, they're down with that policy. Or
yeah, maybe the abortion thing that might come from like red pill shit now, where women have too much like sexual freedom, so we need to like curb that. Maybe is where that's coming from, but yeah.
Yeah, it's been interesting because I kind of joined the group not knowing what it was, and then the person who linked me to the group, who connected me, I didn't make too many assumptions about her, but I watched her on this other Royale show. Do you know who Gigadatum is?
Oh,
I don't know.
Wait, girl or guy?
No, this is a guy, Gigadatum.
I know.
He's like, okay.
Yes, I know who Gigadatum is.
Okay, and this is actually another thing, is like, now there's all these guys that are trying to be like alternates to like, I don't know if they're trying to be like Zerka / Andrew Tate kind of guys. They've got massive muscles and they sit in there, their camera is just like, it's like a full muscle pic, right? Like it's like, or like video really. And their whole shtick is like, I'm gonna show you how to like get e-girls and like how to be hot and how to be like a cool guy or whatever. And yeah, so it was his show and she was on, and so I was just watching because I was like, this is, somewhat interesting and maybe I'll get on the show at some point. And there were some political questions, and then the question was like, what would you change in the world if you could change anything? And she was like, blah, 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 to the rest of the answer. And then she's like, and I would make abortion illegal. And I was like, damn, like, I didn't realize there was this, because, like, would you still call that gamer bro if it's, like, a woman who's, like, straight up just anti-abortion?
Well, like, I think that the anti-abortion stuff isn't coming from a true defense of, like, old classic, like, family values. It's coming from this weird, like, red pill place where, like, women
But then they also involve God a lot. They talk a lot about God.
Yeah, and this is when my fan base is gonna rebel against me because my take on this is very nuanced, and then people just like re-out. A lot of these people invoke God a lot, but I don't think they genuinely are feeling the religion. Like, they'll invoke God, but then they'll talk about how to fuck like 10 different women at once. Or they'll invoke God, but they're talking about like pickup artist shit. Like, it is the lamest, and I fight with all these guys when they do this. It is the lamest invocation of religion I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. None of these guys know anything about the Bible. They don't know anything about Jesus. They only ever invoke Christianity to like try to like shit on women. Like, they're unironically doing with religion what people used to accuse the old evangelicals,
I think.
I think it's evangelicals is what they're called. The evangelicals, and then like the old like neocon Christians, or even like the Tea Partier people, where people are like, oh, these guys just use religion because they hate women. No, that's not true. Even though they viewed women differently, they didn't hate women. They just viewed them differently because of their religion. But I think a lot of the current like red pill guys do actually use religion just because they hate women. Because when you start asking them anything about their religion, they have no fucking idea what the fuck they're talking about. They're totally fucking lost. Like, how are you gonna like say Jesus' name and traditional family values in one breath, and then in the next tell me how you want to have like one-sided open relationships where you're juggling 10 different women at once who are all 15 years younger than you? Like, it's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my entire life. So yeah, it is weird they invoke religion and they're anti-abortion, but I don't think it's like traditional conservatism. It's this like new wave of like red pill, kind of shit. It's just, yeah. But I understand, like, it's confusing, and maybe in some ways there's a lot of crossover, but...
It is confusing, and, like, sometimes, yeah, they don't specify whether it's Christian or not, like, because I thought, oh, maybe there's some people that are, like, into Islam here.
Yeah,
right?
some of them will invoke, like, Islam as well, but they know equally little about both fucking religions. Like...
Yeah. I don't know, it's really strange. And then they believe, like, this one individual that I was talking to, you can't really tell, and if you ask them about God, they say it's like, oh, it's just God. Oh yeah, actually, one of these guys, he'll only have sex at marriage, so he's like a Volcel or whatever until he's married.
Volcel,
yeah. And so yeah, he only wants to have an orgasm, basically for God's purpose of reproduction.
Okay.
Which
is
a little different. But then this other guy that I was talking to, because yeah, if that's one of the things, if you masturbate, then you're losing your virility or whatever. That's one of those thought spirals. Then this other guy, he loves God and stuff, but he does want several women to have sex with, and he views the women as impure if they want to have sex with more than one person. But yeah, they can only lust for him. They can't lust for anything other than him, but he can lust for anyone. But also loves God.
Because they have like a whole red pill way, like using kind of weird Evo psych shit to try to define why it's natural for men to want multiple women. But if a woman wants more than one man, you failed your job as a man, or some like really stupid shit.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, it's been interesting. So I did meet Lavloon. I spoke to her on the Zerka podcast. And that was kind of an interesting environment because I had something I wanted to talk to her about, but we were in the little waiting room before you get dragged into the show, so we weren't like live on his channel at the time. But I was thinking like, oh man, is this gonna be my only chance to talk to her? So, and I was in, when you're in the pool with those people, especially if you're a woman, people are just shitting on you left, right, and center. You like come in and they're like, just start shitting on you. Like the guys will shit on me, basically. Like I asked a question, and then this guy, he's like, who asked that? And I was like, me. And he's like, you're not worthy of an answer. So I was like, you're just in the vibe where it's like attack mode, right? It's like an attacking zone. So I decided to go for my question to Lavloon, I went for the thing that I wanted to talk to her about, which was like a criticism of her presentation about leaving sex work. And she got kind of like defensive, which is fine. And then I wanted to talk to her about it later, or like again, I wanted to ask her questions because I checked out her Insta and I was like, wow, she's like, she's obviously talented in like design or presenting aesthetics, So I wanted to chat with her like about a few things to do with like holding yourself as a woman or like being confident and stuff. And I also wanted to smooth over the criticism I had of her leaving sex work video. But she never responded to me. So now I'm just like, she doesn't want to talk to smaller creators.
What a bitch.
And so I know she is a bitch. And like basically it's like then as I watched that video last night, I'm like, dude, this whole conversation, you could have just like talked to like a handful of non-binary people in your local area. And it like you would have got the answers that you're looking for. So I don't know. I just feel like she's like just talking to people for clout, doesn't want to talk to smaller people. She's obviously gorgeous, and she's smart and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of like, what the fuck, man?
Bitch. The non-binary thing is really hard because like there's the online non-binaries are they're just the worst. I feel so bad for even saying this, and I'm not actually fully sure if it was a troll or not. I actually can't tell. I actually had a trans person email me and thank me for the conversations I had because they didn't believe in non-binary people until they saw me have a conversation with one and talk about it because they'd had so many negative experiences with non-binary people online. And I was like, Jesus Christ. So yeah, I mean, it's a rough world out there. So yeah. And I didn't even really, I think I'm on record. I think I said even as recently as like a couple months ago, I was like, I don't think non-binary people are real. I super don't buy it. Now I do, but I didn't before because like, Jesus Christ, it's so hard, dude. The online environments there's a lot of crazy motherfuckers out there.
Yeah, and you've now stated that you are no longer identifying as non-binary, or you
no, I never should have. And even the people that said that I should have, like, clearly nobody knows what any of these fucking things mean. My argument in the past was that I don't personally have like a super strong attachment to my gender. It's just not something I feel that strongly about. I don't really care. I think if I woke up as a woman, I don't think I would care. Maybe I would, obviously I can't tell, but I don't think I would. It's just not like when I think of like my identifying characteristics, I don't think like, I'm a man, that's important to me. Like, it's just not. But so a lot of the times, like my own audience and people would say like, oh yeah, that means you're non-binary, dude, for sure. But now when I look at like actual non-binary people who experience some level of dysphoria, if people are identifying them as genders and they don't want to be gendered, et cetera, it's like, okay, well, this is a different experience than just like not feeling strongly about your gender. Like by definition of being like trans, of which non-binary is, by definition, you must feel strongly about your gender because you're having strong feelings about it. So yeah, even the fact that so much of my audience and other audiences let me get away with identifying as non-binary for so long kind of shows that nobody has any fucking idea what any of it means,
Yeah, or the people that do have more of an idea just are far more rare than we actually like.
That's
there's
another
much more loud AFAB people that are like, I'm co-opting this. This is what something in the sex work community is like. There's tons of people, like for example, Twitter is where I did like 90% of my promotion, right? So I had tons of like people always in their pictures, always in my face, and there would be people that were presenting very feminine, and calling themselves non-binary, and like at the time I was like, you don't need to present this or that way to call yourself, like, if this is how you feel about your gender, that's how you feel, right? And I even called myself non-binary for a while, but whenever someone would include me in the trans heading, I always felt a little bit weird about that because I never felt like I was trans.
Yeah, same.
So I was like, yeah, it's like I feel like, maybe a little bit stronger than what you're describing. Like, it's not that just that I'm not attached to my gender. Like I do have some things where I feel like I'm kind of like in that middle area, but I don't feel like I'm trans. And then when I see
the AFABs,
the AFABs, and at first I wanted to, because I have to talk about this for a really long time.
Dude, these are trans terrorists. AFABs are trans terrorists online with what they do for the ideology. But it's also weird too, because I think AFABs are way more dominant in real life, whereas online it's almost exclusively AMABs, or AFAMs, assigned male at birth. AMABs. Right?
AMABs. Wow, you just like never say it. So.
Yeah, we don't even say it because it's but like online, it feels like online is exclusively male to female, whereas in real life, the issues that I hear, and I didn't know this until I started soliciting emails from trans people, almost in real life, everybody's problems are with AFABs that you have. And for people that don't know, I'm sorry, AFAB is assigned female at birth, is you have these legions of, like, when people say that, like, oh my God, the amount of trans people has increased by 700%, and conservatives are trying to fearmonger that everybody's getting turned trans, the vast majority of these people are, not to be transphobic, but it's women that dye their hair blue, get a septum piercing, and then use they them pronouns and call themselves non-binary. And it's like, and these are like, and again, I didn't even know this was a thing, but when I was soliciting emails from my audience, I was like, hey, if you're trans, tell me your experience. I'm curious. Like, what do you guys go through? And email after email is like, I hate my trans support groups on my college campus because if I'm like trying to transition or if I'm looking for help, every fucking group I join is overwhelmingly dominated by non-binary women that use Zer or they them pronouns who are not making any effort to transition or anything. And then you get like these women that are like, oh yeah, I'm non-binary, with like huge cleavage, and they've got like breeding fucking kinks, and they're like very feminine in all of their presentations. Like, damn, what non-binary? What? Like, yeah.
Oh my God, we need more of you in the cleavage top with the V-neck.
Yeah, shut fuck off, Kelly. In a video game. But yeah, the frustration there is, yeah, I get a lot of trans people that are very upset about the AFABs because
actually, so I ran a bunch of Twitter groups when I was on Twitter. Like retweet groups, right? Part of why I got banned for platform manipulation. So, sex workers say that they're like shadow banned, so you need to retweet their stuff because nobody's going to see it otherwise. And then trans people oftentimes will get very little engagement because like sometimes they're shouting into a void and their clients just come across less frequently than cis women's clients, right? So I made these groups for trans people. And I, put out like, everybody trans, come here. And oftentimes it would start with like a really great group of trans people. And then there would be a bunch of AFABs that would join. And so all of a sudden there's these like fucking, when I say hot, I mean like according to like societal norms, like Becky type looking women people, you would call them, like normally you'd say they're women or whatever, right? Like got big tits, the tiny waist. Booty, like vagine, it's very woman looking. And so then the trans people, because obviously those were the non-binary people, right? They were they them, but they looked that way. And then the trans people then would slowly stop putting tweets in the group, and they would just kind of disappear over time. And nobody ever really said anything, but it was basically like, I get it. Like these people are already owning, like, they're already making a shit ton of money, or they just, even if they just give you probably more dysphoria because you go to retweet their shit and they look like exactly like what you wish you looked like, So yeah, that's kind of unfortunate, and it's a nuanced issue. I don't really know how you tackle that one because,
well, the issue, in my opinion, is I don't know how this got started, but like gatekeeping is a really good thing. Like it's important that categories mean something, and somehow we got like people trick themselves into thinking that you should never gatekeep anything ever. But like it's kind of important to know what things are. Right? Like if I go to a car dealership and I want to buy a car and they start showing me like all trucks, it's like, I want to see a car. And it's like, why are you gatekeeping? Like, well, I'm trying to describe what I'm looking for. The biggest detriment to the trans community has been the embracing of fucking self-ID. It is the stupidest fucking way, and it is the most delegitimizing concept in the fucking world. You do not self-ID as anything. You don't self-ID as being depressed. You don't self-ID as having GAD. Well, today you do online, but like you don't self-ID as like being a thing. Just because you say you are something does not make you that thing. And as soon as self-ID became this predominant concept, you basically lost the ability to ever call into question or criticize anything about a given person's identity. Like imagine if I were to go online and start posting, like going into forums and started to like fundraise for like, I need help because like my ancestors were slaves, I'm African American, blah, blah, blah. And somebody's like, well, hold on, bro, you're very much not black. And I'm like, well, ID is black. So are you going to like attack my identity? And it's like, oh, well, fuck. Now we're in like this weird world where we just have to take everybody at their word. And I think that's kind of what happened. And that's why you see like the non-binary shit pop up. And that's why I personally, I identify as a trans medicalist. I think that if you don't experience any dysphoria whatsoever, you shouldn't fucking call yourself trans. Go call yourself something else. But if you're just doing some shit because like you're happy when you do it and it makes you feel cool and you have gender euphoria, blah, 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 that's fine and that's cool and you can dress how you want, do what you want. But like the experience that you're having is very clearly different than like a trans person who feels like a great level of dysphoria and discomfort and is like trying to transition or pass as something different than what they were born as. I think that the lack of the ability to gatekeep any of the identities and being forced to take everybody at their word, I think has been an incredibly harmful change in like the online trans communities.
Yeah, and it kind of displays like a lack of consideration for the feelings of people who are actually oppressed, because you're just like, I'm going to be part of this too. And then you make their lives that much more miserable.
Yeah.
So that's shitty. Side note, did you ever follow the story of Rachel Dolezal?
Yeah, I've seen a little bit, but I don't know how much is true and how much isn't true. So I'm like,
really?
Yeah. Like, because she said that she like was raised with like the full on like black experience and everything. Is it true or
I don't think she was. No, there was like pictures of her all the way up until at least adolescence, if not young adulthood, where she was like all blonde and light skin and not. I know when I say I don't mean like light skin black. I mean like
me
like
or you.
Like
okay.
white as fuck. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like she's Swedish, right? So she's like super white.
That's even funnier, but okay.
She's Swedish, yeah. And
Sure.
when the story came out, yeah, I read the whole thing about she placed like nooses in her yard, and then said like people were like throwing nooses in her yard as some sort of racist hate crime.
Oh, jeez. Okay, I don't know anything about that. So
big thing, and on top of all that, she was like the spokesperson for the NCAA.
The NAACP, yeah.
That thing, yeah. So yeah, that's a doozy. You got to read that one.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I wish. So I don't know. I wish the Lavaloon thing would, materialize better. But it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah. Well, she's going through her own experiences and growing as a human being. You know.
Yeah, I know. She's like 10 years younger than me, so.
Don't ever say that to. Damn, especially as a woman. If you said to another woman, those are like fighting words.
That's fighting words?
Isn't it from one woman to another? If you ever tell a woman like, "Oh, honey, like you're just so young," I feel like that's like the claws are coming out. If I hear something like that.
Oh, I didn't mean it in that way. I mean, I guess you could take it that way. Like I was more fighting words when I said like she should talk to an actual non-binary person and she should talk to smaller creators.
Sure.
No, I guess we're like, I don't know. You know, clearly she's in a different realm of awareness.
Good one. Nice. That sounded way better.
Maybe I can piss her off enough that she'll talk to me. Let's see.
Maybe you do.
Or I'll just give up on it. I don't know. Okay, that's about all unless you want to rate my YouTube channel.
What do you want me to rate?
Hold on, let me grab the page. I never actually saw. Okay, wait. Has Brittany Simon ever come back, or did Lavaloon bully her into a corner?
No, Brittany's chill. We just don't
she
have
back?
much to talk about all the time. What do you mean? Was
Okay.
she ever gone?
So, okay, then from my perception, I saw the Lavaloon being like, you're evil or weird or whatever. And then the next day, like, she wrote on YouTube that she was, like, mourning, and then I saw some YouTube posts.
Oh, no, I thought that... Didn't she have, like, a death in the family or something?
Okay, I thought maybe it was that, probably. And
Yeah.
then I saw some other status update that said, like, I suck, and so I was just like, oh no, did Lavaloon, like, totally...
I'm
kill her
extrapolating a
self-confidence?
lot, or I'm making a big assumption here, but Brittany doesn't seem like, this isn't a slight on Lav at all, but Brittany doesn't seem like the kind of person that would get like fucked up by somebody like Lav. I think that Brittany, yeah, that would be my
No worries.
assumption, but yeah.
Cool, that's awesome. Okay, I think that was all I had to say there. All right, here is my YouTube channel. Tell me, so basically, I'm trying to follow the advice that I heard you say about uploading more. That's all I gotta say about that. Tell me about my uploading frequency.
Damn, this is a small YouTube channel, man.
I know. Wait, it became bigger thanks to you.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's hard for me to evaluate.
Look at my vids and tell me how scuffed or cool they are. Just click on my videos.
Damn, you got inconsistent times, 2-hour videos, 30-minute videos, 20-minute videos. I think
Yes,
developing...
put me on blast.
What?
Roast me.
Well, I don't... This isn't even my job.
Yeah.
This is why I pay someone else to do this shit for me. I think the most important thing you could probably do for YouTube is like develop like a consistent set of content that you're uploading, so that when people are visiting your channel, if they go and look at other videos, they're going to see the same type of thing, rather than just uploading everything from stream. So like have like YouTube content in mind when you're doing stream stuff. I think is probably
It's
good.
so hard to pick a lane. I can never pick a lane in life. I'm always everywhere.
Do you still do OnlyFans or Reddit?
I do, but it's really like like I turn the dial down on that, and my focus is much more like Twitch stuff now.
I would keep the dial up on it and you always want to use other platforms to build other platforms. So if you can, although I don't actually know, driving content from not safe work platforms to safe work platforms actually might introduce a whole bunch of.
See this. I'll tell you my thought process here. It's because I always really hated being on Twitter, but I was really good at spamming on Twitter, and so that worked well for me. Although it was really time consuming. But promoting yourself online as a sex worker is like fucking mind numbing as fuck. Because like you're either spamming nudes into places where people don't want you. Like Reddit has recently tightened their restrictions. Like people's individual
Reddit has
subreddits.
gotten really even individual subreddits now.
Individual subreddits now, a lot of them are request to post, and I'll request and they just won't get back to you. Or they'll just completely ban you because they don't want anybody who's even a sex worker. They want like
it used to be.
Please look at my naked body.
Yeah, it used to be initially, you could basically post, here's my shit. If you want, go buy it from here. Then they changed it so you can't directly advertise, but you can have it in your profile. And now they've got it so that anybody that sells it at all isn't allowed to post in a lot of subreddits, which is pretty crazy.
Yes.
Although people still try to get around it, obviously. But yeah, it's like that illusion of like, we only want women that are just posting because they want to post their naked bodies on the internet for absolutely no other reason. It's like, okay. But
yeah, it's the same as like when guys DM me and they're like, "Hey, do you want to trade?" It's like, does anybody in your life really want to
yeah,
trade?
does that work? Yeah.
Like I've never even heard of a woman ever being like,
do you want like the 5,000th dick
night.
pic? Like it's gonna look different than 4,999 other ones. Yes, please.
Yeah, let me show you everything I got for your cheesy dick pic. Yeah, fucking promoting as a sex worker sucks. So I guess I'm just doing what I'm doing now. Yeah. I need a sex worker destiny to give me advice.
It's really hard to make the jump from sex work to traditional content. That's really difficult, actually. Well, I was gonna say you could talk to Lav Luna about that because she's having the same problems. Because like when you've done sex work, there's a certain effort that you put in for a huge cash out, but to try to jump to doing like traditional media is really, really, really hard. And the payout is nowhere near as great as it was for what you were doing before. And that's a really difficult jump to make, you know?
Yeah, and she even has a huge TikTok. So, and it's like a lot of her videos have a lot of high views on TikTok. So
yeah, so it's difficult. People keep saying this, like Sasha Grey and Maya Malkova. First of all,
those are legendary porn stars, you dumb fucks.
Well, not only that, but I don't know if they really did successfully jump. Like Mia doesn't stream much or do much online content at all. No. And
I think Mia Malkova is still a porn star, and Sasha Grey streams on Twitch, and she gets about 2.5K viewers.
Does she stream often? Does she stream all the time?
I don't know. I see her every once in a while.
Yeah, I don't think Mia has a career doing anything right now. Not to talk shit on anybody. I'm not trying to talk shit on her.
Does she not do OnlyFans? I thought she still did it.
I thought she stopped because her current boyfriend doesn't like it.
Oh, I thought her current boyfriend was her photographer.
No, they broke up and she upgraded to a more...
Upgraded to a guy that made her just quit her job.
Yep. Pretty fucked up, but yep.
Oh man, that's the red pill.
Actually, unironically, yes, the ultra red pill. Yes. Let me see the Sasha Grey. I'm curious. She streams an okay amount, I guess.
Yeah, weekly or
daily. She does like
bi-weekly?
2 or 3 hours a day on average. It's not like the worst.
Oh, that's pretty consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she always has like roughly the same amount of viewers whenever I see her, and I'm pretty sure she does just gaming, and she always wears like a shirt like that's up to here.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Mia Malkova didn't quit porn. It was even worse, actually. She quit doing only boy-girl scenes.
Wait, she quit doing...
Yeah, because guys don't consider like girl-on-girl cheating or whatever. God, it's the most cringy, insecure shit in the world. Oh my God. but that's a whole other topic. But yeah, sorry, she still does.
There's another creator that we didn't mention yet, which is Adriana Chechik.
I don't know anything about her. I think I've heard the name before, but
Yeah, she's a hardcore porn star, and she gets, I want to say, like 3K-ish.
Okay, that's not too bad. So maybe there's a couple that have done it, but
It varies a lot. But yeah, she's pretty consistent. She games a lot, and yeah.
Okay.
And then there's Amaranth, our favorite consistent queen.
True, but she's like a warrior.
She streams a fuck ton.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
The amount of work and everything she puts in is.
I don't know how she does it, man. Like, you gotta just want to turn it off sometimes, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
But that booty stays popping.
Yep. True.
All right. I think that's about it. Anything else?
No,
wait.
What?
Sorry.
Okay.
Here's my rant that I wrote about Lavloon.
Oh my god, you wrote a rant about her?
Because I was in the middle of the video and I was also trying to like make this document so I had proper shit to say to you without just forgetting it all.
Okay.
But here, so I wrote, why doesn't Lavloony talk to a fucking non-binary person? And then I said, the autogynephilia argument seems weird and transphobic as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know if she.
Weird as fuck.
I don't know if she knows the history of the AGP stuff. I don't know this and I can't prove it, but it feels to me like she got on some crazy. There must be some British fucking woman that she's getting all of her political takes from. I feel like that's got to be the case because she.
J.K. Rowling.
No, it can't be J.K. It's got to be somebody else because I feel like whenever I talk to her, I hear screaming out of her, and I'm friends with Lev. I don't hate her or anything, but like I hear screaming out of her is like turf. Like it's all the most bog standard turf talking points I've ever heard in my life. And yeah, she harps on that AGP shit a ton. I'm like, what the fuck are you saying? This is so fucking weird. Like
it's really interesting because like she's I feel like that's why I want to talk to her is because she's so put together where she comes across so confidently, and I don't see many vulnerabilities, but I saw a tiny vulnerability there when she said she feels hurt or whatever when people don't want to use she her. You know, when she was like, oh, it makes her sad.
Yeah, I know, but it's like such a weird fucking. It's like she's attacking or she has this weird thing of like, I get sad when I see non-binary women because we fought so hard for women's rights that it's like they're not respecting it or whatever. It's just like a really weird set of like, I don't know. It feels like like she got turned on to some like ultra like rabid turfy feminist person, and that's like where a lot of her takes come. That's what it feels like. But I mean, I could be wrong. But
yeah, I would have a hard time even if I believed the autogynephilia thing. It comes across so badly. It just makes you look like you.
Like AGP is like AGP is like the number one thing. Like as soon as you hear that, I'm like, okay, so like, do you want me to call you a turf or like what? Like, are you just like openly IDing as one? But I don't know if she's aware of like all the baggage that particular term has. I truly have no idea. But
and don't you think like it would be much more worthwhile to use your platform if you want to talk about feminist issues to talk about like stuff like and you know what? To be fair, she did talk about this one time on stream or something where she mentioned female genital mutilation is a problem still in a lot of third world countries. So I think that's a good thing to talk about. And also the thing that happened in Iran. I don't know if you've talked about that at all, have you, on your stream?
Lots of things are happening in Iran.
Sorry, what?
Lots of things are happening in Iran. Which one now?
The protests about the girl that got killed for not wearing her hijab properly.
Oh, yikes. Not cool. We have not talked about it.
That's a no, you didn't talk about it.
We haven't talked about it, but that's not cool.
Okay. Yeah, it's fucked up. So I don't know. There's like a lot of issues that feminism that's why feminism exists, is because there's actually like severe problems going on. So to talk about these like, little diddly stupid issues.
True. Although I mean, like depending on the area you exist in, like the trans stuff is becoming like more and more of like a hot button topic. So like I can understand why it gets so much people's attention.
Okay, and what about the nuclear war that's on our doorstep?
Who knows?
Or is it on our doorstep, or is that just for like North Korea's area?
Oh, I don't know what. North Korea's been up to some weird shit, and then the Russia shit is still lurking in the background too. So
Yeah. So my roommate said that he heard. So the North Korea fired missiles. Do you know where the missiles landed?
One was over Japan, and was another over South Korea recently. I don't know. There was a second one.
So they passed by, but they landed.
Okay.
Somewhere. That's me asking you.
Probably in the ocean. If we're not hearing about it, that would be my guess.
And then so America and I don't know who else shot missiles into the ocean around them.
Did we?
That's also what I heard.
Okay.
I don't know if that's true. I have to look that up, but that's what I heard.
Okay.
So that's fucking shitty though. Because now like all the fucking ocean creatures are getting blasted.
I don't think the yield of like radiation fallout is that bad from nuclear weapons, so they just get blown up a little bit.
Yeah, but don't you think there's like mechanical, physical damage?
Well, I mean,
Explosion?
like they all eat each other and die and shit all the time anyway, so fuck them.
Cool. Okay.
Are you fucking like a pescatarian or a vegan or some shit?
I'm a vegetarian.
Yeah, of course you are. Okay. So no one fucking cares. Okay, outside of you guys. All right. Animals eat themselves, kill themselves in horrific ways. You know, if they died to the bombs, they probably had a better death than if they would have been slowly tortured to death by some weird crustacean or whatever. Anyway.
What about blowing up like the coral reef or whatever the fuck's down there?
Well, that's pretty sad. But you're a vegetarian, so you hate plants anyway. So don't coral. Aren't they kind of like plants?
I hate plants. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to chop them down.
True.
And eat their seed. What else? Oh. Russia. Yeah, they brought nuclear weapons to the border of Russia and Ukraine, something like that. They just like parked them at the border.
Did they? I haven't heard of that.
That's what I heard.
Okay. Might be true.
Yet to be confirmed.
Okay.
All right. What are you doing next?
There was another guy who was going to talk to me, but he went to bed, so fuck him. Probably just play some games, and then I think I go to TwitchCon tomorrow, so.
Oh, you're going to TwitchCon. You're going to hang outside the convention?
Yeah, you know, see friends.
Cool stuff. Do you ever play StarCraft anymore?
Not really. Why?
No. I don't know. I started playing again, and I'm now in Silver League. Oh yeah.
Why would you play, of all the games to play, why would you play StarCraft?
Because I feel like it's nostalgic.
Did you ever used to play StarCraft?
Yeah.
Oh, why?
I was the top of Platinum League for several seasons.
Did you ever stream it?
Nope. I thought I was too shitty to stream because nobody streamed back in the day. It was 13 years ago, unless you were like a God King.
Gotcha. Well, damn, you could always, stream StarCraft. There you go. You found your new audience.
Yeah, I already do that.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Cool. I'm done.
Okay. Well, if anything else comes up, shoot me a message.
Sweet.
Cool.
Have a good night.
Yep. Have fun. Be
Bye.
careful. Bye. I've done it. Look, I've redesigned. Oh, almost all of my oil shit. What's AGP? It stands for autogynephilia. Some people think there was some guy a long time ago. Is it Gretcher or Brecher or something? Am I making this up? Some guy theorized that all trans people are, like, all trans women are just homosexual men in disguise or some weird shit. They just want to, like, look at themselves in the mirror and touch themselves, or they just want to, like, fuck women by being weird. It's like some weird shit. Oh, Blanchard? Yeah, I don't know. Some weird shit. It's, like, really old opinions on, like, why people are trans, and it's basically because they're all perverts. So you're either, like, you just either want to masturbate to yourself after changing your gender, or you just want to, like, be, like, a gay person who can get girls easier so you become trans or something. It's weird. I don't know. He's got some weird ideas. Oh, shit.
There's zero context here.
Yeah, exactly.
And it may have actually, I'm not sure how that happened, if it was a swatting or if it was just police coming to where Keffels was, because it's possible someone alerted the police to what she put out or he put out. I don't know what the pronouns are. I'm sorry. Keffels, I'm trying to just stick with Keffels. No, I don't know.
It's much easier.
Yeah, I don't know if it was actually a swatting or if it was that people called
Rakita
the
got,
authorities because this person...
Rakita got nuked off of YouTube. Yeah, Jesus. Rakita got, like, deleted from the internet in the past like 3 days. Like, unironically.
And said they were going to do something dangerous and illegal to little children without their parents' permission. That could have something to do with the police being involved. I don't know though.
Oh, and not even that.
Oh, these people don't even know what they're talking about.
Billboard on your Twitch stream and on your Twitter saying, kids, even if your parents say no, I will help you. I will bring, like, even there was, I think, one point where, don't quote me, but she even was talking about where she would personally bring these kids to the doctor's appointments, or she would set up it personally so these kids could be taken to the doctor. I mean, that is, you know, she's a candidate.
Okay, I'm glad we can watch this at least. So when you guys are like, Destiny, why are you a fucking liberal? Like, look, conservatives are way better, blah, blah, blah. This is they have no idea what they're talking about. There are so many legitimate criticisms of Keffals be made, but what is this? I don't think Keffals or anybody ever offered to go with them to the fucking hospital. She just has no idea what she's talking about. She's completely making shit up.
But
it was alarming and disturbing. So I'm not surprised people called the police, and I think it's completely disingenuous for this person on the Young Turks, who I can barely speak her name without spitting, because she once told her audience to call CPS on me for no reason whatsoever. But it is disingenuous of her to say these things and call people right-wing bigots with no context whatsoever for why the police were called in the first place.
Yeah.
Also notice how she doesn't say who did it. How come there's no this person or I think it was a bunch of people might have called the police.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
Well,
person is allegedly selling drugs to minors. Maybe they went to check that out.
Yeah. I mean, that's another reason it could definitely happen. But really quick, thanks to Johan Liebert over on Rumble. Apparently the brigade, I'm going to, not get myself heated here, but apparently you can't, I don't think you could say, that rhymes with nanny. The nanny brigade is targeting anyone and everyone associated with Nick via mass flagging in the near future. And then again, Johan, thank you so much for supporting.
I'd ask if it was something specific that Rakita said, but honestly, I think he just poked Keffals too hard. So the issue is that I don't think a lot of people, I've spent a lot of time in all the parts of the internet, so I kind of know how to fight most of these people, generally, how to stay safe. But I think a lot of these people are really new to fighting like the new wave of like rabid SJWs, so they don't know how to like keep themselves safe. I think Nick got fucked for, it was one of two things. I don't know if it was the doxing thing or if it was the comments about putting Keffals against the wall. I like Nick. I think he's funny, but the wall comments were unhinged. Actually fucking unhinged. That's some shit where I would only say something like that if I was like ready to retire from the internet and I was done. Like, I think I would probably risk calling someone like the F word or the N word or something almost as much as like what Nick was doing with the wall comments. Like that was way too far. And then the insistence last night on like dead naming Keffals over and over again, like calling her by her former first and last name and then calling her he over and over and over again while threatening to dox all the people that sent those ethics complaints in, which by the way, I think that doxing the people that sent in the ethics complaint, I think that's actually fair game. If he wants to post it online, I think he has every right to.
Nick on Locals, ricadalaw.locals.com.
I'm talking about Nick Ricada right
now. I'll do a plug for him. Locals is free. You just have to sign up. You only pay monthly if you want to chat in the chat. But it's free to sign up. So, yeah, you can get all of his updates there.
Oh, that too. I remember he dropped the G slur hard in the Duncan combo. I don't know what the G slur is. I don't know what you're talking about there. But he dropped the F slur hard. Damn, in the Duncan combo. I can't believe he did that. I remember listening. I was like, whoa!
Since they picked him off of YouTube, or Twitter, and now YouTube as well. So let's keep going with the idiotic Ann Kasparian.
You on what had happened to her before and why it is that she's staying in a hotel room. She had an apartment that was swatted. I mentioned that happened on August 5th. Police repeatedly dead named her as the swatting incident was taking place. They took her.
It's everybody. It's the blind screaming at the deaf who are making sign language at them. Both of these sides are completely wrong. Anna has no idea what she's talking about. And then whoever this fair and balanced, cute. And then I recognize the Chrissy Mayer girl is like screaming back, but they also have no idea what's going on. Neither of these people have any idea what's happening.
Her phone, they took her computer, and she needs all of that for her livelihood since she is a streamer. That is what she does for her work.
That's what Nick does for his work. That's what Nick does.
Wow.
But it's okay when it's one-sided.
And folks, I want to let you know, this aired, okay? This is my report on all of the Keffals stuff back on September 5th, okay? September 5th. Literally a month to the date. September 5th. And she's saying that this is his livelihood, this is what he does to make money, blah, 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 blah. Okay, keep going,
lived in a city in Canada that does not have any laws pertaining to swatting. So she started a GoFundMe page in order to raise enough money to fight to get her.
Doesn't have any laws pertaining to swatting? I don't know anything about Canadian law, and I know that's not true. There's no chance that you're allowed to like false flag the police in Canada and that not be illegal. It must be against the law. There's no shot that's true. What?
Tech back, by the way, and on top of that, build a legal fund. And she wanted to move out because she didn't feel safe living where she had been living. And she was eventually able to raise $90,000 because people are looking out for her and they want her to be safe. And she was eventually given her belongings back. So that's good news. But after the swatting incident, she relocated to a hotel where she posted this photo. Okay, so here's the image that she posted. You don't really see any identifying info there, right? It's a cat and some bed sheets. And apparently these bigots are so obsessed with her that.
By the way, I love how do I want to say left? No, because when people start saying left and right, like I want to roll my eyes, but at the same time, that is the only people doing this, where they freely and openly just use the word bigot on anybody that just doesn't agree with them, not knowing the term bigot. And Nick even debated Duncan on this, talking about, do you know the actual definition of a bigot? But I just love how it just openly just blasts, oh yeah, these bigots.
Why do we need this many kinds of reactions to a picture of a cat, by the way?
Well, you'll find out.
Okay.
Less than 6 hours later, she received a notification for a pizza delivery that she didn't order. And that's a telltale sign. I have experienced this myself, okay? Pizza orders from several restaurants soon arrived at the hotel under Clara Sorrenti's dead name, by the way. They didn't use her Clara Sorrenti name, they used her dead name. The male name she was assigned at birth that she changed more than a decade ago. Now, right-wing bigots had deciphered which hotel...
That bothers me so much. I'm not allowed to say the name Lucas anymore. I'm not allowed to say the name Bruce Jenner anymore. I'm sorry, but you don't get to compel my speech. You just don't. And it is not a crime to use someone's name that they were born with.
Why? It's the Jordan Peterson compelled speech argument. It's just a name given to somebody. It's a name. It's a name. Like, you literally do compel a name. What are you called? My name is Steven. Is that compelled speech? I'm going to call you something different. Tell me what your name was 10 years ago. I'm not going to tell you my name 10 years ago. Call me an F. Call me a thing if you want. I'm just too scared to say anything right now.
Right, people call me fat all the time. Not true.
Yeah, people have old fat shamed me.
Yeah.
Oh shit, hold on. Oh God. If I join a Nick Rakita stream, do you think my YouTube channel would get destroyed? I don't know if I'm allowed to do it. Oh, I guess I could just turn off my stream and go join him for a bit. I don't know if I want to join though, because I think that because Nick legitimately went way too far. I'll probably join. Oh, he's not streaming till 11. That's an hour and a half from now. Fuck. Fuentes was so much worse than anything Nick did? I'm not sure, actually. I don't know. I might join. He's on in 20 minutes. 11 o'clock Central is an hour and 20 minutes from now.
Now I've gotten sick. Megan, you've lost 24 pounds.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're not that weight anymore, okay?
Yeah, and we
Dead
still
weight.
get shamed.
Dead weighting. Yeah.
Dead weighting.
Don't dead weight us.
You do not dead weight me.
You cannot. Yeah, dead weighting should be a crime.
Was assigned at birth that she changed more than a decade ago. Now, right-wing bigots had deciphered which hotel she was staying at because...
I don't know how she...
Well, I mean, look at here. She's about to laugh.
Yeah, right-wing bigots. Like, she's
I wish I didn't love her makeup so much. Like, that's the only thing keeping me, like, a little bit invested. I'm like, oh, how did you do that cat eye?
I know, right?
Probably have a makeup person.
I will say this. I hate all of her views pretty much. But I mean, I do watch the Young Turks just because I watch everybody to get, you know, the temperature of everything and whatnot. Since she's gone blonde, I think she's cuter. But yeah, she's always, her cat eye is always on point. And I'm jealous. I'll say.
I just hate blonde hair, especially when you have beautiful brunette hair. Why do you dye it blonde? Why do you bleach it and dye it? Please protect brunettes.
That I agree.
They took a look at the sheets. And then they proceeded to look into every hotel in that area to figure out which one of those hotels used the same sheets.
Okay, let's go back to the picture
That's
really
ingenious,
quick.
by the way.
How would you even go about doing that?
Okay,
They can
here's
do
the sheet.
anything. It's like when they found the flag.
That's Wamsutta. Go, go, go.
I mean,
like, remember when they found the flag using airplane patterns and cloud weather patterns in the sky? Do you remember the capture the flag? I mean, it's the same sort of thing. Don't dare people on 4chan to do anything.
Okay, first of all, not to sound like a dick, finding stuff by star patterns is not really that impressive. They're the fucking stars. People were doing this shit like fucking 2,000 years ago, okay? It's not that impressive to identify where somebody is based on stars, especially if you've got some hours to watch the planet turn and everything. Like, my bet is, if I had to guess, there's probably actually calculators, probably even online, where you can plug in like fucking pictures and it's like, tell me where like the latitude and longitude of where I am. Identifying by bed sheets is probably significantly more difficult than that. But I heard, I don't know if this is true or not, I think I read on QFM said there were like 7 hotels in the area where she was, so it was pretty easy to figure out. And then also, if anybody's traveled a lot of hotels will use like same types of setups. Like I'm probably at this point, I could identify like what a courtyard looks like or what certain Hiltons look like. Like, oh yeah, I know, I recognize the room setup. Like that's a Marriott courtyard. That's a whatever. That's a, you learn them after a while because they all set up the same.
But here's my thing though. I guess you could go into every hotel, you know, in the area and look at the sheets. Okay. But I mean, I feel like a number of hotels would have maybe the same similar style, you know, whatever. I mean, it doesn't say Marriott, you know, in great, you know,
yeah,
in,
I don't know. It's a little bit far-fetched.
She probably doxed herself.
Which honestly, and here's the other part too.
Somebody reverse geotagged the photo or something. Who knows?
Oh yeah,
Thank you.
Maybe there was location on the photo.
Thank you.
No.
That's what it is. It's that.
No, location of the photo. No, that's not how that works. If you're uploading photo, well, it could, but I doubt it. If you're uploading a photo onto Discord, does it hold on to the EXIF data? Because usually all of that metadata is stripped before it's thrown onto another platform. Generally, that's the case. Like I think on Imgur, I think on Discord, that's the case. Usually the EXIF stuff is tossed. Discord scrubs it. Yeah, okay, but. And also, if people were to find it from like the EXIF data, they would have said it.
You know, she doesn't think that anything can be geotagged. You know, you can easily reverse look it up. I mean, it's just.
No, stop. What are you talking about?
That's myself, okay? Pizza orders from several restaurants soon arrived at the hotel under Clara Sorrenti's dead name, by the way. They didn't use her Clara Sorrenti name. They used her dead name. The male name she was assigned at birth that she changed more than a decade ago. Now, right-wing bigots had deciphered which hotel she was staying at because they took a look at the sheets. And then they proceeded to look into every hotel in that area to figure out which one of those hotels used the same sheets. So she picked up after she was getting these pizza deliveries. They know where I'm at. That's why they're sending me these pizzas.
The important question thing is were the pizzas good? How was the crust? You know, what kind of toppings were there? I'm willing to overlook a lot if this is double pepperoni. I feel like she's not going to give us that information.
Yeah. And not to mention, when the guys were at Matsuri, I tried to figure out what hotel room they were in to send them 69 pizzas because I had somebody do that at my sorority in college as like a fun joke.
That's a lot of money.
Well, the thing is you can kind of, yeah, it is. But like if you can get like a deal or something like that, or it's like you send them $69 worth of food. Either way, you want the check to be like 69 or whatever.
Okay.
I couldn't figure out what their room was because apparently now, even if you say that you're their wife, they won't patch you in. But you know, I mean, this is like you said, pizzas. You got pizza sent to your room. I'd be like, thank you so much.
Thank you. Better than dead animals on the porch, which is something that I experienced. You know, these people pretend like they're the only ones who ever experience in life trolling, real life trolling, or swatting. I had to call my local police station and make sure they knew I was on the list. It was like a gutted bunny. Gross.
Are you sure you don't have a cat you don't know about?
No, I don't have a cat. All right. No, don't have a cat. No, these people, you know, they do this stuff. I've been doxxed, I've been harassed, I've been all of that stuff. And I hate the way they pretend like they're the only people on earth that this ever happens to, because they're not.
That's kind of true.
Yeah. How many times has Nick had the SWAT show up at his house during a stream? I've seen it at least 3 times. The quartering, they held him at gunpoint and his wife, and they put her in handcuffs on the front lawn.
I mean,
not the fuzzy kind.
No.
Yeah. And you want to talk about at the highest level? We had Justice Brett Kavanaugh, who had to, they were threatening him to be
almost murdered,
assassinated,
with a suitcase full of torture devices.
Exactly.
But no one talks about that.
Yeah. Nothing. None of that. None of that do you hear about.
These people who are in danger, it's these people because someone sent pizzas to the hotel room.
The chat brings up a good point. Like, how are you to prove that someone did not send themselves their own pizzas?
And that's the other thing.
Well,
Like,
because people took credit for it. What kind of reporting is
Call
this?
the pizza company and find out, you know, all of that.
Who paid for it? Was it paid for with a credit card?
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like some Gone Girl shit. You know that movie where the character, she goes to like extreme lengths to make it look like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Wouldn't put it past her.
I wouldn't either.
Obviously not paid for. The whole idea is to get the pizzas delivered. The delivery person is expecting payment, but you didn't order the pizza, so there is no payment. And then restaurant gets super angry with you.
And it usually it's pizza after pizza, and then everybody's mad, and they're mad at you.
Well, they're mad.
even though you never
The
ordered.
reason
So that's part of what it is.
to be like,
Okay, I'm glad we're watching this because of all the fucking losers are like, oh, Destiny's gonna be right wing soon when he sees the left wing media, how corrupt they are. Blah, blah. It's not just left wing media, just people in general are just fucking lazy. Okay, and that's what we're seeing right here on full display. It's just laziness.
The reason why I am so fat is that people have done this to me. And not only do I pay for the pizzas, but I eat them all, okay? Because I hate wasting food. And this is why this makes me so angry.
Yeah.
And now I'm craving cheese.
Speaking of cheese, this butterball.
Progressives look for justice in many different issues, on issues that you've all heard about. For example, when unarmed black men are killed or unarmed black children are killed, like Tamir Rice, a 12-year-old, was killed in 2 seconds flat. In Ohio, we seek justice for those things. The right wing, on the other hand, go, oh, that's a trans person. It's an opportunity to hate her, harass her, and maybe get her killed.
Ridiculous.
Let's have fun. Let's do that.
Yeah,
But wait, are you
Let's
worried
talk
about an
hold on,
injustice?
hold on,
Did she do
Aaron.
anything
Let's
wrong?
talk about getting somebody killed. What did Taylor Lorenz do to Chaya Raichik? Isn't that her last name, Raichik? To Libs of TikTok.
Yeah.
She had no reason to dox her place of work. She had no reason to put her address out there other than...
Did Taylor Lorenz actually do that? That's a story that I need to look more into. Because if Taylor Lorenz actually did do that, I have a lot less sympathy for her and anybody else that like associates with her. But I would have to look into that story more.
to put her in the sights of people who want her killed. These people do this constantly. And I don't believe I know anyone on the right who has purposefully gone out of their way to destroy someone's life like this. Do you?
No, I mean, I think they're all too busy like working and paying taxes and shit like that.
I mean, a lot of them, yeah, because a lot of
That's such a cringy answer. I remember when conservatives used to play that game when they were like, do you know what we're going to do the day after the election if Trump loses? Nothing. We're all going to be working. Meanwhile, they're literally chimping out hard fucking core at the Capitol because they're so fucking mad that their god emperor lost. Like, okay, dude.
of them, and if not that too, like maybe some of them already do have a presence online or already do this online themselves, and it's one of those things like, hey, I wouldn't want somebody to do that to me, so I'm not going to do it to them. That's the other thing that I don't understand in all of this too. Okay, let's just pause for a quick second so I can, shut the door. Okay, like we are at a time right now where inflation is up. People are struggling to not only put gas in their car, put food on the table, make sure their kid has a lunch when they go to school, make sure that they can keep their job and their company's not
She went to
gonna go
Libs
under
of
because, all the
TikTok's
bullshit
house?
that's going on
Jesus
right
Christ.
now. Meanwhile, keep sending money to Ukraine because, fuck us, right? And it's one of those things where when you mess with it, it's like I always revert back to the Italians, but the Italians, like, the mantras where they're like, when you mess with somebody's, the way they can put food on the table, when you mess with somebody's livelihood, it's going to come back to you. It's going to not only come back to you, but it's how you are the lowest of the low when you try to get between a man and the food on the table.
Yeah, this is a guy with 5 kids, and he's doing well for himself. And if you don't like what he's saying and you don't like his show, you can change the channel just like we do. I don't want Keffels taken off whatever it is Keffels does on Twitch. I'm not hosting a campaign to cancel Keffels. I do question why Keffels said the things about the prescription drugs that were said, but I have no desire to launch a flagging campaign against this person for any reason. If we could just all leave each other alone, like we're leaving you alone, you need to leave us alone. And this idea that you want to take us offline, you want to take our dissenting voices so that our audiences who enjoy what we do and tune in, like we're not trying to come after your audiences, like they're just literally tuning in because they like it. If you can't leave that alone, there's something wrong with you because we're not doing the same thing. I think this is all totally ridiculous. I want everyone to do well, including Keffels. Go do your Twitch and like get really rich and chill out.
Yeah, and I'll even add to that. Do I think what Keffels is doing is lawful? Absolutely not. But would I die for her to be able to say whatever the hell she wants on Twitter? I don't agree with it, but I would. I'd fight for her. I
defend that right also for anybody to say whatever they want within the bounds of the law publicly, and that means on social media. Free speech is the true issue, and these people do not believe in free speech. And we do. We're like, you can say whatever you want.
It really was. I mean, this was just because it was like
can't.
Okay.
Well, I was going to say,
is he the pizza guy?
We believe that this is one of the frogs that was turned gay by the chemicals. We're not sure though.
Yeah. Well, not even that. Are they going to?
What is this ridiculous shit?
They're literally just being like whatever pictures we find.
I've never watched this
is
show
very
all the way
common.
through.
illness. You're allowed.
My friend.
Good to see you too.
How you feeling?
I'm awful.
Oh,
you don't sound good.
I can feel your droplets.
Yeah. You probably will get COVID just if I just like sort of.
Good. Give me that Omicron. Put it in my mouth.
Oh boy. When did you? How long have you had the symptoms and all that?
A week, and it's not like any better. It's not like any better.
I'm sorry.
It's been like today was like one of the worst days of my life. It was.
Oh
Really,
no.
It really was. I mean, this was just because it was like it's Yom Kippur, so it was like a fast day. So like I wasn't even able to like eat or drink. And
I think you're allowed to eat and drink though when you have COVID.
Yeah, well, there are certain exceptions. I didn't want to get into the whole thing. There are certain.
Does eating even count if you can't taste it though?
Yeah, true.
Is there a loophole?
There's no loophole on that. But yeah, no, seriously, for like serious illness, you're allowed. There are certain loopholes, but it's like really I don't want to get into it. And the day just seemed as if it was taking 48 hours. I would just today, like 16. I was looking at the clock, and I'm hearing like tick, 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 tick. And I'm like looking at the clock, and I'm like, how is it a minute earlier?
How did we go back in time?
Daylight savings again?
It can't be. It was, yeah. Anyway, I was really hoping to do a show tonight for the first time in a week, and I'm like, no, you know what? I'm just gonna jump on here. And I was so sick. I was like, I wasn't gonna do anything. But when I heard about Nick, has YouTube, is that what you mean?
Yes.
You're totally insane. But they do it to a trans person because they don't.
Okay.
I don't want to give you a reason.
Oh
to
God, the
completely
Duncan
own this, so
debate.
I'm going to withhold that information.
Yeah, exactly. I'm already muting you to my audience. I can't, reveal that
and
too.
it's always been my position. You can ask my chat from the beginning of my online career.
No,
if I ever had a
believe you.
kid, my
I
chat
got
would
you.
never know.
Look at me. Just look at my
That's
face.
a good
afraid.
position. I strongly support
Think a woman would
I
let
don't
me
think it should be
shoot
allowed to be
alone.
online at all in any way.
Yeah, I wish that I could go back in time and unsay that I had children.
Yeah, no, I get it. Like loads of people who are early on the internet, they're like, oh, I know, no, but that's always been my.
Okay, so good on you. I can tell you don't have kids. So here's the deal. You don't know as a parent what your
And he's
kid will
laughing.
surprise you with.
He's
from day to
laughing.
day.
He knows. He knows.
And you never can predict how you will react in a situation, especially one that is absolutely outside of your realm of understanding. And with the number, like the statistical reality of the number of trans people, for example, like this experience is so far outside of the overwhelming majority of parents' lived experiences that you can't figure out how you'll react. And I think that's a critical fucking
I agree.
element that gets left out of the criticism of these parents who are put in a suddenly impossible position of my child coming to me one day and saying, I'm not the right gender. And then you having to go through the list of fucking weirdos that they have talked to in their life. And this does not mean Keffels, although if that's a possibility, please get your child out of every Discord server that Keffels is in, for the love of Christ. But that being said, I'm talking about literally anybody, their coach, their teacher, some random visiting art director, anybody on earth, their priest. Who fucking knows what anybody has talked to your child about? You by definition can't unless your kid tells you. So like parents are suddenly stuck going through all this stuff. And here is the problem. And this is what I know you glossed over because you like to use the minority as the evidence of the fallacy of the majority or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But the reality is most parents do know their kids. Even shit parents know their kids. They just end up making bad decisions on their kids' behalf. And it really, really sucks. But here's the problem. The worst decision made by a parent is infinitely better than the same worst decision made by a government or a doctor. All right. So if it's the exact same, if it's the exact same decision and it's made by a parent, that's better than by a third party. But that being said, not all parents make great decisions. Some parents beat their kids. Some parents kill their kids. Obviously, some parents are bad, but they are in the extreme minority. The overwhelming majority of parents are fine and they do know their children. And to say that a parent doesn't know their child enough that when a kid comes home and says, I'm trans, and they go, well, let's just give this a week and see if maybe this is a 12-year-old weird fad, or maybe
give it a week.
Give it a
That's
week.
fine.
Give it
a week. That's
year.
fine. Well, it depends. Are they going to start going
Well,
through
wait a
puberty?
minute.
Because that's irreversible, is it not?
I don't know.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be
Why don't we have
irreversible. It's puberty. It's
I
natural
feel
human development.
I feel like my
Okay, so
estrogen is
unfortunately-
going
What you
up.
guys been
Let's
doing
say
that you can't fix this
Ah,
problem?
Sorry. I had like 3 different things going.
Jesus.
Trust me, we've been trying to get funding. All right, like
You've
I'm
been
going to
trying
be
to get
honest.
funding to reverse
Oh,
puberty?
for everything. No, for anything and
Fucking
everything.
law with Keffels then.
Oops.
Ladies, I'm sorry. I'm still fading.
Oh no.
You're slowly. Yeah, you need to.
Oh God, is this gonna be another conservative that like dies to COVID? Oh Jesus.
Robitussin it up, Vicks it up.
You need
Vicks
some
on your
Robo-Head.
feet.
This guy sounds
Yeah.
rough.
You need some chamomile tea, some honey,
Chamomile tea.
a hot bath, Epsom salts.
Yeah, go lay down.
Get yourself in a hot bath with some Epsom salts.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Feel better.
Let it out.
Thank you so much. I look forward. This was the first time I actually got to sit with you two. I don't ever.
Look down. Look down. I'll show you my boobs.
It was fun.
All you have to do is look down.
All you have to do is look down.
Just look down. Just look down.
Oh my gosh.
I'm good. I'm good.
Jesus. Anyway, please message Destiny something. What do you guys keep talking about? Holy shit. Destiny's still streaming. Lab is fake. She literally is Destiny. Destiny, the shit where he's just screaming Keppel Stadium over and over is redeemable. You joining them is just because you want to self-destruct. They aren't. Sorry, okay. Streaming. Okay, got you. Jesus. That's the lawyer that was on Adam and Stitch with you. Okay, I don't remember, but okay. What was the Abba and Preach video? Fuck, it's 11 o'clock. I should kill my stream. Clearing up fake news about Destiny. Random asks me when video comes out. I let them know current schedule, but better material comes up, so I put it on the back burner because it's low priority. A lot of comments get backlogged on conspiracy. I just wait for it to make it publish. Yo, August, you plan on uploading the Pearl Brain debate? It's a banger. Yes. Next or next video. Next or next video. Skeleton. July 16th. 4 days later, he's upset it doesn't get uploaded yet. This person then makes up a story in their head and accuses Destiny of secretly axing the vid when in fact Destiny didn't even know the vid was in the pipeline. It didn't care if /when it gets published like usual. He lets me do whatever. Yo, August, do you plan on uploading the Pearl Brain debate? It's a banger, blah, blah. Oh. I ask why they're making up stuff in DMs and they double down and then proceed to make up random lies about me deleting messages. Deleting your previous messages is a pretty obvious admission of guilt. Saying I'm making stuff... Oh, you can't delete messages on the other person's side on Twitter. This guy is actually just lying. He's just making shit up. You can't delete messages on the other side. Are you illiterate? What message did I misread? I made the fact. Do you mean made up? You sound deranged. Are you okay? Sounds like you deleted your IQ. You're making up that... Dude, I wish I could describe. There's a certain type of person. I'm running into these people more. I'm either becoming crazy or they're crazy. Or I don't know how to deal with these people. This person, Brianna Wu, the logo dateless guy, and then a couple of... They're like these people. The way that they talk and everything, they seem genuinely psychotic. Like they're having a psychotic episode. I don't know what the typing or what's happening. I already got the feeling though. This is the guy that I debated about guilt by association. This guy genuinely like is experiencing psychosis at all points in time when he's making contact with his keyboard or microphone. What a Weasley little liar. Turns out it's actually this person Destiny debated before, and they're super mad, so that's why they're deliberately making up and doubling down on lies now. Link to video, enjoy. Problem, sir, is you fundamentally misunderstood. Ooh, 210,000 views in May. This video was... Oh, I think I brought in Pisco to argue with this guy. Didn't do anything at all with the server, right? He's in the server and he's associated with it.
I know, he doesn't...
What an agonizing fucking conversation. Oh my god. Okay, real quick, if I wanted to... Okay, I want to turn this on when both of these are green. Oh, fuck. I have to use different circuits, don't I? Or when either of these are green. Oh, God, how do I do this? I don't remember. Condition. Oh no, I have to use two different things. And then I've got to use... You can use the same color circuit for that. Why aren't they just called OR gates and AND gates? Why do they use this combinator and decomp decider? Why the fuck do they use these weird fucking words? Why not just use like AND, OR, XOR, NAND? Why not use normal fucking words? I'm so confused. Because they aren't just gates? Because one of them has all the options. I don't remember how to do any of it. I feel like the logic gates in Oxygen Not Included made so much more sense. So here's the goal. The goal is that if this is over a certain amount or this is under a certain amount, either or, I want to turn this pump on. So I need something that can take in, performs arithmetic operations on network signals. I think that's my final one. Compares circuit network signals. Okay, so I think I want to have this, and then I want to hook this, and I want to hook this. Put two pumps back to back. Well, I could just do that, but I'm trying to be logically correct, not... Okay, so for one of these, condition, if the light oil is... Wait, but how do I set the condition for the other one? Oh, I don't know. Or do I have to do two of these different ones? You need two decider combinators. Cringe. Okay, I remember it all now. I remember everything. Okay, so we hook that to that. Then we hook this to that. Okay. If orange, okay, if the light is above 15K, we'll crack. Output green signal. And for this, if the petroleum is less than 15,000, then we're going to output a green signal. Yes. Okay, so now both of these are going to go into a decider, or are these both deciders? These are both deciders. I want it to go into an arithmetic one. Okay. Or no, wait, actually, if either of these are outputting green, could I just theoretically plug both of these into the pump? And then as long as I'm getting any green signal at all, more than 0 green signals, this, wait, how can I tell input signal? How can I tell what the output signal is? Oh shit, wait, it's, okay, never mind, hold on. Let's try. So I'm gonna flush this. The output is working. Okay, that's it. Oh my god, I'm a fucking genius. I'm so smart! Okay, we got it. Okay. No! Shit, I fucked up. Fuck. That's okay. As long as that's below a certain one, okay. Connecting this to that, and then this to that. Oh, wait, hold on. You guys like watching Factorio circuits? I hope you guys are getting fucking triggered. That goes there. That goes there. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. When it's less than, no, when it's over 15K, start crack-a-lackin'. When this is under 15K, start cracking. So however long that. So if either of these are outputting a green, then this will work. Neither are outputting a green. Okay, based. Okay. And then for this, we do the same thing. When was the last time you drank regular water? Yesterday morning I drank regular water of your mom's pussy. Throw up a vid? It's fucking late, dude. I need to sleep. Do we have anybody in the rooms? What's up, Nick? Nick Pebre. Indeed. I agree. Interesting. Okay. True. True. Noyacel, what's up?
Oh, let me mute this real quick. Okay, hi, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Cool. Yeah, I got a question for you. I meant to ask you the other day. Okay, so I understand that sometimes people talk shit about you on the internet. Whether that be Twitch, blogs, YouTube, all that good stuff. So, has anyone ever, you don't have to say who obviously, but do you ever get people that reach out to you privately to clear things up and don't want to come on stream to chat?
People that privately reach out to me to clear things up?
Yeah, because obviously, so if somebody got something wrong, maybe they wouldn't want to come on stream and be like ripped apart to shreds by you. But I'm thinking maybe, hopefully, maybe it's just copium. They would want to talk to you privately to go, oh, okay.
It happens, but very, very, very rarely.
Okay. Huh. Okay. Well, that's funny. The other thing, by the way, you mentioned that you wouldn't want Nathan to do YouTube unless he, I guess you said, is doing college, or could
I want him to finish his college degree first, yeah.
Huh, okay. I'm just imagining, like if he already, I assume if he already had a career working, like let's say, well, I guess your point is that he wouldn't have to ask that if he already knew what he was doing, right? So I'm thinking hypothetically, if he's got like 10,000 subscribers and he's growing, it's hard to imagine him because like with where I'm, I guess within my family, I wasn't ever forced to go to college and it worked out okay. So I'm just curious where you stand on that.
I mean, I think if you have the opportunity to go to college, you probably should. Why not?
Yeah. Huh. Okay. I wasn't expecting to do a call, but this worked. Cool, man. Hey, appreciate your content, dude. You saved me from the wrong rabbit hole, so thanks.
All right. Well, hey, I love you, buddy. Be careful, okay?
Yeah, likewise. You too. Bye.
This is just showing the output, right? I think it is, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. That was interesting. Okay, is this should be working, right? Heavy oil. Oh, I'm not pumping any oil into this at all. What the fuck was that call? No, no. Well, yeah, actually, fuck, yeah, we need to. Boom, boom, boom. There. Okay. Okay, this all should work now. If I'm ever low on petroleum, this will start cracking. If I ever get full on either of these, it'll start cracking. Yeah, okay. Why don't you just pump into the tanks and turn it off after a certain level? Well, I have to keep pulling my refined products out of my refineries, otherwise they won't be able to produce any more things at all. Are you going on Rakita stream? No, I probably won't. I don't think. If I had to guess, there's probably gonna be a lot of really unhinged people pull into that. Not that I don't mind those people; it would be fun, but I don't think I want to get pulled onto like the destruction or the implosion that might be that stream.
Yikes.
Cool. And then Sig, what's your favorite part?
Body count exceeds your age?
The only body I count is mine.
With the bars. With the bars.
You see, so far they have so many different ways to avoid answering this question. BBL reset, I'm not sharing, only body I count, whatever the fuck. All of them have really good ways to avoid this question. I mean, there's no point in being ashamed of it. If you're loud and proud, if you're outside, if you're single as fuck, we should be able to yell it.
All right.
Yell your body count. There's no point in being ashamed.
Fuck, you're a virgin.
Huh?
When you're single as fuck, you're a virgin. Period.
So you're a virgin?
Period.
So you haven't had your period?
What?
Okay, sorry. All right. That was yo, where's the drum at? No,
Don't worry.
Okay,
we got it.
Okay.
What about you? What's your name?
I'm Brittany Love. I'm 19 from New York.
New York. What do you do for work?
I am a content creator and OnlyFans
And
model.
politician.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, with the name Brittany Love, we already knew what time it was with that one. Content creator. I'm assuming XXX content.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Ooh.
And then, and you're single, right? You.
I'm engaged.
Oh, you're engaged.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
Nice.
All right.
Congrats.
Thank you.
How long you have been engaged?
A year.
Okay. Cool. So you found him at 36.
Leave that alone.
Okay. Hey, rather late than never. Okay, going back to you. 19, content creator, highest education level completed, high school?
I'm in school right now.
You're in college?
Architecture- Yeah,
Okay, but-
architecture and engineering.
Highest completed is high school though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and you're in pursuing your bachelor's, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, in architecture. All right. And then where are you from originally?
New York.
Okay. And then single relationship.
Relationship.
All right.
Is it difficult at all doing that type of content, maintaining a relationship?
No, he likes making it with me.
Cool. You guys make it together.
Also,
So it's only him?
Fire. When you.
It's
what
only
do you
him?
mean? You only
Like-
make it with him? Yeah.
Nope.
No, or other people with him there.
Wait, like other dudes?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
So watch us. All right. With other dudes.
Well,
Oh no. What my mistake, man. Lisa wasn't on camera. Don't do it, chat. It's not worth it. That's gonna be a problem later on. He's pretending like he doesn't care, but that shit fucking hurts.
And your body count?
2.
What? No, she's right. 200? Yeah, 200.
Oh my.
No?
Wait,
there's
two,
no
this is
way
the
to
girl
see
that
this
says she
guy.
does
Okay,
porn?
Fantastic. What about you? What's your name?
Karenina.
What?
Karenina.
Karanina?
Karenina.
Okay, Carrot Nina, fantastic. Not Carrot. Karenina. All right, how old are you?
20.
20. Okay, where are you from?
Bolivia.
Okay, cool.
Oh, exotic. Okay.
And then highest education completed?
High school.
High school, cool. And then single relationship.
Single.
Okay.
As fuck.
Do you want to add the as fuck to it as well?
No.
Okay. Good.
So hot.
So she's talking to a couple guys. Okay. That's what it means. Single as fuck is like, oh, I got no options.
No options.
Or they all suck. What was that?
No options.
No options. Ouch.
contenders.
No, you have options. You just don't like them.
Oh.
Every girl has options. Dude.
No.
Come on.
At all?
And then
At all.
cool. And then go ahead, Sneeko, your favorite part.
Body count? I'm not saying.
3.
Why is everyone lying?
One girl's been honest. I'm banned. I don't give a fuck anymore. Can we have some honesty on this panel?
How do you know we're lying?
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
You know. How do you know?
How you know, Sneeko?
Because you're afraid to say it.
No. If it's 2, if it's 1, if it's virgin,
If?
take it. What's your problem? Take a shot.
Too much haram in this panel. The alcohol, the lying, the bodies. No. The godless city. We need God back.
All right. What about you, Versace? What's your name?
My name is Yailen, and I'm 24.
Okay. What do you do for work?
I am the CEO of Summer's Paradise. I have my own swimwear line.
Okay.
Jeez.
You and every other girl in Miami. Fantastic. Highest education level completed?
High school.
Okay. Where are you originally from?
I'm Cuban.
Nice base.
But like, did you grow up in Miami? Where'd you grow up?
A little bit in Cuba. I came when I was 6, and then the rest
Okay.
in Miami.
Okay, so I'll consider you from Miami then. Okay. Single, relationship, sugar daddy.
I'm married.
Married. Congrats.
Oh, she won.
How long you been married for?
3 years.
Cool.
Oh, that's
Actually,
awesome.
4. Near my 4.
Was it to get your citizenship or true love? No, I'm just kidding. Just say it. Good joke. All right, no, that's fine. All right, cool. Congratulations.
What's my rest tonight? I need to go to sleep. That's my
It's
plan.
about 5 in the morning. So
Okay.
sleeping.
All right, hardworking guy. What do you do for work, by the way, Bolivia?
I'm an international student.
Okay, so you're at full-time college?
Yes.
Okay. And what are you majoring in? Oh, like the major?
Music technology.
Oh, music technology. Okay, all right, cool. What about you, Miss Black and White?
Oh.
Yeah. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Sandra Love.
Okay. Oh my God, another love. Are you also involved in OnlyFans?
No, I'm not.
Okay. How old are you?
I am 35 years old.
Okay, 35. What do you do for work?
I do several things.
Okay, which is?
Marketing?
Well, I do have my own business. It's a boutique called Bella Beauty Lounge online, and I also have an app on iOS and on Google apps on Androids, and it's called Fashion Express. It's like a Uber Eats but for fashion clothes.
Nice. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's genius.
Smart.
Last
Yeah.
minute. What? That's so
Like Uber Eats, but for
And then,
clothes? Interesting.
Highest education level completed?
Associates.
Okay. Where are you from?
Here.
Okay. And then single relationship.
I'm in a relationship.
How long y'all been together?
What? Why is it so funny?
Because you don't like him like that. That's why.
Oh,
shit.
Because I didn't think you were gonna just ask me how long. You didn't ask nobody out. But no,
Well,
I'm happily in a relationship.
Ask her how long
Six
they've been
and a
married.
half.
6.5?
Yes.
Okay. Because all the other girls are single. That's why.
As fuck.
6.5. 6.5 days?
6.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And body count.
1. My
She's
body
been-
count?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
6 years.
What do you mean,
I've
what I
been
mean?
with him. That's my body count.
That's my body.
That's my body.
You're older than 6.5 years, though.
That's my body. What?
So you lost it with him?
Wow.
You lost your relationship with him?
Yeah.
This is very telling, by the way. Very, very telling.
That was easy.
This experiment. I like what you're doing here, Sneeko. You're setting me up for a question. What about you? What's your name?
My name's Jackie.
Okay, Jackie. How old are you?
I'm 27
Okay. Where are you from originally?
from Boston, Mass.
Sorry to hear that. That place sucks.
Fucking Boston.
Fucking Boston.
kid.
Just
Wicked
kidding.
pisser.
Are you actually from the city or what part of
I'm
Massachusetts?
from about 10 minutes north.
Which is?
Woburn.
Where?
Woburn.
Woburn?
Woburn.
What is it?
Woburn.
Oh, Woburn. Okay, yeah. I went to college in Boston, so that's why.
Really?
Yeah.
You never heard of Woburn?
We pronounce it as Woburn, but okay.
Woburn. Wow.
All right. Okay, so 27 Boston. What do you do for work?
Don DeMarco.
I'm a singer and I work
True.
at Bacon Bitch right now.
Yeah, bacon
What?
bitch.
Wait, you're the part. You be swearing at the customers and shit?
Hell yeah.
Oh,
All
God.
y'all bitches.
Okay. All right. So you go in. Hey, what the fuck do you want to eat, asshole? Something like that.
Yeah, it's like, what's up, bitches? What are you celebrating? It's
But
your birthday?
you
Okay,
guys-
happy
you guys-
birthday, bitch.
They say it in like a nice way though. It's
Like,
like, how are you, bitches?
Oh, I
Yeah,
like that.
we're
Oh.
sweet bitches.
Oh,
Yeah.
strange. Okay.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, most of your clientele that comes in, is it men or women?
It's like half and half, believe it or not.
Okay, let me make it clarify. When the guys do come in, they probably come in with a girl, I'm assuming?
With a girl or it's bachelor parties.
A bachelor
We
party.
have like a
Okay.
really big bachelor parties that come in, like 15, like 20 guys.
Okay.
Damn.
All right,
It's
so,
fun. Bitches be twerking and shit. They like that.
okay, highest education level completed?
I have an associate's from UMass Boston.
Okay. Why don't you finish?
I failed my first semester of my bachelor's.
All right.
What were you doing with the time?
Huh?
What were you doing with the time? Partying?
No, my boyfriend broke up with me, so I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, you're
And I
crying.
just never went back to class.
Damn.
Emotional.
Damn it.
Chris was waiting for a minute to use that one.
Career, Morgan.
Okay, and then single relationship, what are you? Heartbroken?
I'm in a relationship happily for 2 years now.
Nice.
Okay.
Body.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, God. Listen, it's a lie. Oh.
No.
Honest, first honest
At least
answer.
she's honest,
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it.
All right. College was fun, huh?
I actually lived off campus, so
Yo.
that wasn't easy.
I'm sure
Or
you
high
did.
school.
Mm.
That was high school.
Red flag.
All right. Go ahead. So I'll hit Fresh, can you hit these chats real fast?
All right, let's go. We have Juan NC says, shout out to Chris and Big Mo. Miss you guys. Good point. Tech is raising kids while moms are at the club getting D, and dads are bums. No accountability. Clip that. Okay. Gordon Singh says, Fresh, were you born October 1st too? If so, we have the same birthday. October 2nd, bro. Feta Piccolo says, glad y'all back in MIA. I know Myron's glad to see Christina because the UK Slags was rough, fam. By the way, want to know if y'all listen to Ace Hood. I don't, but he's a definitely good rapper. Mike James, Street 23 says, there's a check like me at 2 girlfriends, perfect 10s, memberships, money, top G, top Jew, bottom Jew. Chostine, I'm sure they love you. Okay, Feta Piccolo says, want to give a shout out to Big Mo, seeing the Red Pill Lions interview. Keep doing your thing. And if they don't accept you at school, you're already top G producer. All right, good
Thank
job.
you very much, man. I appreciate you.
There you go. We have Mike James again says, I agree. I'm such a beta. The threesome I had the morning of Fresh and Fit was really beta.
Bro, why are you justifying yourself in the super chats? man?
Yeah, bro, come on, dude. Okay, we got Yevon Simonis says, Fresh. I got intel on what was discussed in the war room. It was concluded that if you don't achieve and display a 6-pack by November 2nd, you're off the podcast. Okay. Face Reaction FNF says, who am I going to cat slip in tonight? Probably everybody. 5-star Sport Betting says, girls, what do you rate yourself 1 out of 10? That's a good one. So we'll start here. 1 out of 10 out of looks. What do you rate yourself?
20. Hello.
I knew you
Okay.
were going to say that. What about you?
I would say 100.
100?
100. 1 to 10.
Wow, 1 out of 10. Awesome.
10.
10?
10.
10.
Wow.
Jesus.
I don't know, maybe like an 8.
Okay.
No, man, you're a 10.
Stop.
Yeah,
Stop.
cool.
Stop.
10,
What about you?
honey. 10, honey.
10?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what about you?
Are we talking about just looks?
Looks.
I'm gonna say a 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
10 over here.
10? Sneeko, do the honors.
Okay. Now, who do you think is better at self-improving, men or women?
Both. Women.
It's an or
What
question.
aspect though? Like, are you talking about self-improvement?
All right, let's go around the table real fast on this one. We'll start here and work our way back. Who do you think is better at self-improving, men or women?
Women for sure.
Okay.
Women.
Women.
The answer is going to be men because women don't have to improve anything to do anything in life. Is the
Women.
answer. Is this site running
I feel
React
like
on the
it's
front
not a
end?
gender thing.
Bro, I only
feel
do
like it's
back
a
end work,
mentality
okay?
thing.
No, it's men or women. It's just a.
Should we
I'm gonna go
clarify
with women
self-improvement?
then, I
I'm going to.
Okay. For why it's a self.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's more about mentality.
That's not the question we're asking.
Okay, women, I guess.
Okay.
Based.
Well, I would say both.
That's not. That's
But-
just answer the.
Okay, if I have to choose, women.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I would say men, and I can give an explanation for why.
Sure. Right ahead.
Because
See,
the
notice how she had to say, "I gotta explain why."
The
Go ahead.
women will put the pressure on the men to make the change.
Okay. Now, what do you think women put forward when people are trying to get attracted? When you are showing yourself to a partner, what do women put forward? Looks or personality?
Both.
What do you think attracts men?
Looks.
Personality.
Looks. Guys are sight stimulated.
Does that hold a man? That's the question. Like
It won't hold a man.
Yes, initially, like that's what attracts the man. But what's gonna keep the man?
Facts.
Not just your looks.
Who said 100 again?
She did.
I did.
100.
I did say 100.
100. Okay. What do you self-improve?
What do I self-improve?
Yeah. How do you self-improve? You also think that women self-improve more than men. I'm wondering how you self-improve.
Well, I can only speak for myself.
I know.
But as far as you said, looks as in 100, as looks. Now, if it's from
1 through 10, you're
self-improvement, of
100.
course, but when it comes to self-improvement, out of the looks factor, of course, there always room to grow within myself.
How?
Well, if you're 100 out of a 10, there's
Well,
no
that's in looks, but that's in looks.
But I'm
You
trying to
said
figure out how
looks.
she self-improves. You grow. How?
You grow by educating yourself and just living life and becoming wiser as the day goes by and experience. You grow because not everything is exactly how I thought back then when I was like, what, 12, 15, 18, 20? Is not how I think right now that I'm 35 and I have kids. So it's different.
Okay.
So I self-improve every single
Now,
chance.
this question is actually why I got banned on YouTube. It was why I got my second strike, was showing that every time you ask a woman this question, what do you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? They all think 10. And even when somebody else said 8, someone else is like, no, you're a 10. So you really don't know how to be critical of yourself. And we also established that what you put forward when it comes to talking to other people, being attractive, or even improve, women put their looks forward. That's how you become attracted. We don't really, honestly, like, men don't really care about your spiritual journey. Like, no one cares. So it's also hypocritical that every time you ask this question, women always think that women are better at self-improving for a couple of reasons. One, they don't really understand the male journey. They don't understand what we have to go through. And a lot of what you think self-improving is just stuff you make up in your head. Growing,
Jesus
your
Christ.
spiritual thing, meditate, crystals. It's not a whole lot of actual things based in reality. And I understand the flaw in this question because the hypocrisy is like all girls will say, I'm a 10, I'm 100, I'm perfect, I'm beyond perfect. 1 through 10, 20, 100, a million. And then I'll go and criticize women for saying that because it's like, how could you self-improve past 10? But I want to find out now, what do you think you're self-improving? If you're better at self-improving than men? Besides, what are you talking about?
No, because you said looks, so we going by looks.
You said rate yourself.
You said rate yourself with your looks.
Yeah, and then it was a separate question.
Yeah. Now, if you're talking about us as a person and self-improvement, then you're talking about something totally different.
That's what I want to find out. Why do you think that women are better at self-improving than men? Because all of you said that except for Bacon Bitch. Can we start with
No one has an answer
Rihanna
for that?
Loud?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I think we mature faster than men, though. It's like,
What about self-improving though? Because now you're 30-something, you know?
yeah, that's what
Maturing
it
was
is.
like puberty, but like at our age now, 20s and 30s, how are you self-improving more than me?
I guess living life.
Okay, living life.
Self-improvement.
Real quick, I just gotta ask her, how do women mature faster? Just real quick.
Women go through
How
puberty
so?
quicker, I think.
I thought that was a fact.
Oh,
It is.
nah. It-
Like literal fact.
Well,
Like
fact.
I think it
brain
is a
matures,
fact.
like,
I think we
faster.
do because we want relationship. We want to get married.
Fuck, where's
we
the study?
want
Somebody told me,
all the
I think
good-
like, isn't it something like 25-year-old men have the same impulse control as like a 13-year-old girl, I think? I feel like I just read this recently. I'd have to go find this or whatever. But like, I'm pretty sure women mature faster than men. It's just like a developmental thing.
stuff while men don't.
Not everybody.
Would it
Not every
be
girl.
fair to say that it's not necessary that women mature faster, so that you guys have a shorter time clock, therefore you look for certain things quicker in life because you don't have the same amount of time?
I can semi-agree.
You guys caught that? She's trying to say.
I can semi-agree with you a little bit.
It's not necessarily that you mature faster; it's that you want things in life that you need to move on quickly because you don't have the same time clock as a man.
Yeah, I agree.
So would that necessarily be maturity? Really? I would consider that more selfishness because you have a time clock.
What?
What do you mean? What?
That's not maturity. That's just wanting to settle down.
From a biological standpoint, that's a
Biologically,
fact.
Yes, we have a time
Yeah,
clock.
we
Yes.
do.
But however, like the end goal for
not every woman is not marriage and having children. So what about the women who are not trying to have
That's
kids?
a minority.
You know
What's your end goal?
Majority of women
we're
want
not
that
here to
though.
talk about my angle. We talk about
Okay, so in general, okay, because you're saying you don't care about what your end goal is. Okay, cool, that's fine. In general, most women want a relationship and or a marriage and children.
correct.
So knowing that, you have a time clock to do that.
Yeah.
So I find it very funny how women say, "Well, I want that. That makes me mature," but the reality is it's not necessarily that, you're more
doesn't make
mature.
you mature.
She just argued that.
She did, but I don't
So can you
necessarily
tell me,
agree
what
with
are you
that.
arguing
That doesn't make you more mature because you're rushing to get into marriage because society set these rules that you have to be married and have children at a certain age. Yes, biologically it is true that we after a certain age become less fertile. But what about the women who are born infertile? What about the women who are not able to?
This is just a non-argument. There's like
it is
three.
an argument, though.
Who here's like?
Okay, I'm gonna go into the medical part. Just FYI, working in a medical field, I learned once you hit 35, you're considered high risk. So we do have a clock.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's not talk about the 0.01% who can't have kids. That's just no
and
point.
for the
in
women
talking
is
about that.
and ladies, let me just make this rule real fast. It's not necessarily a rule, but it's just a typical
Myra's getting
discussion
triggered.
point. You can't make an argument for a small percentage of people. Okay, the exception doesn't make the rule. We're speaking in generality. So what you're referring to as women are infertile, etc. That's still a minority of the population. That's less than 10%.
Okay. But they still count, though. No, they're
No,
still women, right?
they're statistically insignificant.
Statistically, but we're talking about women as a whole, right?
Okay, but the world operates
no.
in generalities. When you walk around, do you see Braille everywhere?
Well, in the U.S.,
That's
you
for
kind of
blind people,
do.
by the way.
but-
I know.
Okay, so do you see that everywhere?
Like, what is that?
Okay, see, some people don't even know what that is. We don't create the, even though there's blind people out there, they're a minority. Therefore, we don't change society around minorities. That's my point.
Gotcha, bitch. Outliers. Yeah. There's no point in talking about that because it derails the conversation. Overall, I want to find out. Anyone who said 20 out of 10? Can you tell me? Well, you think that men self-improve more?
Yes.
So
You establish why.
this is like a relationship podcast, right? So, sorry. I feel like
Merch.
men, when there's like something going on in a relationship and like you put the pressure on the man and he really wants to be there, he's gonna change, considering like what you need and what is gonna make you feel safe if he's a good man, and that's my point of view.
Okay.
Okay.
Can someone tell me? Can somebody explain to me why you all think, besides Bacon Bitch?
Okay, I'm bored now. Did you ever pitch a tree of logic to Fresh and Fit? No, I don't think so. Oh, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. It's probably gonna be short stream tomorrow because I think I fly out tomorrow, depending on what tickets I book tonight. Oh, I love you all very much. Be careful. Rip on.